Welcome to part 2 of Path to Create Nihil, session 38. Joining us later on today, so I'll get his introduction in here now, is going to be Doth. Hello, Doth.
Yeah. Hello.
I will
Hey,
let you know when I am 100% ready for you. So,
I'm here then. All right.
okay.
Tag me when you get me. All right.
I will. Okay. And next up, we've got Setherino.
your favorite furry. Hello. Welcome to the
I
stream.
wouldn't say favorite.
That's me.
He's pretending.
Anyways, you guys, I can start a fight over that, but I think I'll move on. Next up, we've got everyone's favorite person with a broken hair headphone, Silver.
Hello, I'm having some physical technical difficulties.
And finally, everyone's favorite walking technical difficulty, as in he makes
Oh
everything
my-
more technical here, Keat.
There's no technical support strong enough to contain me.
Roll20 is currently crashing on me.
Where
Or
the heck did I put this handout?
Get off that dial-up.
Oh my god, it's still crashing. It's just not responsive.
Sorry, I'm trying to look for a note here because I do have it in a DM. I was very proud of this. Well, that being said, what happened, not last session, but what happened last time for you guys?
I mean, I was like half there, so I can't recap.
oh no.
I'll keep. It falls on you, buddy.
Well, it started when Alvera did a thing. You can take them here.
God, I'm trying to fix my Roll20 problems.
Yep,
Uno
sorry,
momento.
Keith. That's why it's you this week.
Can you start me off a little?
Your best buddy Alvera asked you to go on an adventure.
Oh, that's right. We were looking for Matt, and she didn't really tell me what we were doing, so I was kind of just passive the entire time. And we found Matt in an inn, and they cried with each other for a little while I drank, and I don't remember what happened after that.
Well, for the most part, what happened is you guys teleported to the town of Styre. And from there did what you were gonna do. I am looking for a gosh dang handout. I know I made the gosh dang handout, but I don't know where I put it. Uno momento, por favor.
I'm still continuing
And
to
our
have technical
plan
difficulties.
was we were going to kill someone.
No, you were going to save someone. Alexa, stop.
Oh, well, it's a good thing we talked about this
Attempt number
before.
2.
Oh, there it is. Okie dokie. So, you guys end up in the outskirts of the town of Styre, since there was a decent way to go. Yeah, you're not too far from Styre. However, as you are looking around, Matt sort of kneels, picks at the ground, and says, "No new tracks. Interesting." Graves turns to him and asks, "Why is that?" Matt says, "This means they're not sending out patrols, meaning they aren't trying to conquer these lands. Odd for an army of goblins and kobolds to refuse to go outside of their dwellings when there is new ground for them." Graves asks, "So what? No patrol? So what's with there being no patrols?" Matt shakes his head. "Not during the day." Graves tilts his head. Matt says, "We are likely dealing with the first major infestation of what is to come. Fear we are going to find vampires amongst them." Matt looks around and he says, given this is hardly the time to be worried about that. Just keep an eye on each other. Uh, Matt stands up and says, I got the lead from here. As you travel, you enter Styre. Matt decides to stop by the blacksmith shop. Graves asks him, why look in here of all places? Matt laughs and he says, for a later fight, I found the body of Jones's parents, and my, what horrors he allowed them to suffer through. They have a fatal laceration on their neck, and then they have wounds anywhere that would not be fatal. Even more so, the wounds were burned shut, likely using the tools of a torturer, which I see near the body, some blacksmithing tools, prongs, whatnot. Anyways, he really more sounds like Cult of Skinsaw in methodology, since he is definitely a worshipper of Norgabur. Graves asks, are you okay? Matt laughs. Well, you're not gonna believe it, but I feel so goddamn locked in, like everything is gonna work out at the end of the day. Graves turns to him and says, you seem off, is all. Matt says, I may be more on point, but I'm fine. Let's get going. There's no supplies here, and I doubt the supplies would be useful even if they were around. He, leads you down the path. These you guys went down when you went down here originally. He's breathing heavily. Graves asks him, are you sure you're fine? And Matt says, I'm not gonna go back even if I couldn't handle this. Just feels as though the air is getting thinner is all. As he says this, Seth, you hear a voice pop into your head. It's Replica, and she says, now, you don't want to know why you are here, right? Seeing how adept he is right now, fate is guiding him, and thus guiding you. He knows every step he must take, and every deal he must make to seal his destiny. For he knows every foe he must face, every item he must place to gain his victory. He has sowed the seeds of his destiny, yet the field expressed unease, for when he reaps those seeds you will see the end of his great deeds. For the man who will seek only to save will be forcibly led to his grave. You are aware of who is to blame. Despite this, you are merely a pawn in my game. So please don't be ashamed, for you could not proclaim the truth. Now go on this adventure, and in the end, the one who will be censured is you. Hang your head in shame, for the time has come again, for your family you have made to crumble in shame. For your doubts weigh heavy, for you are a grand fool in this play I levy. What a waste of a life, so torn with strife, only a fool could love you. Prepare for the fight that will end not quite right. Then will come the night, the end of your plight. For you will partake in the end of all days, for his greatest mistake was trusting you. You are the black cat abandoned as you were born, by the world you will be forever scorned. Now please, enjoy this, your last adventure.
Go to hell.
As you guys get to the hole where you originally fell in, Matt just sort of waves like, well, only one way down, guys, and he jumps in. As you guys fall, you see a kobold wearing full plate staring at you. Staring you down, in fact. As he stares you down, he says, in Undercommon, you Longshanks look familiar. We meet before? As Matt looks at him, says, back in Undercommon. We mean no harm. However, last time we were here, yeah, tried to kill us for no reason. Now, we don't have time to waste on you. You guys can give any input you have from here. A couple of you were here last time. This is the place where you met Jones, Cobbles, and Goblins.
No.
Hey, how you doing,
Okay.
folks?
What about you, Seth? Anything to say here? After that little long speech, you got anything to say, buddy?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be the death of this group. Have fun with that. What would you say that she would allow you? Probably not much of anything. So
Could
Well, I
the
just said
group
go to
just-
hell. That's all I said, because that's all I can really say right now.
Could the group just be Gavilon?
So the kobold says, "Oh no, the Leviathan Devil has returned," and Matt just says, "Okay, look, I have no time for you and your bullshit, but I will spare you if you'll let us pass peacefully." Another kobold appear, wearing armor and a crown, and says, "Really, you seek to move through our lands for what reason exactly?"
What?
I asked
Yeah,
why you
um,
seek to move through our lands.
Uh, well, uh, well, we need. I'm blanking out. Jesus fucking Christ.
Matt grins wickedly and says, "Well, if you must know, I'm currently on pursuit of the goddess Nihil, or her most powerful servant. And if I'm being honest, it'll likely kill us all." The kobold looks at you and laughs and says, "For what reason would you do that? You're all clever. My men know all about you guys." Matt says, "Well, to save my family, I would do some pretty crazy things, wouldn't you?" Kobold laughs and says, "Fine. I'll ask you. Fine, I will. But I need to ask you, are you looking for knife ears, fear incarnate, or the goddess herself?"
Who's the goddess?
Nihil.
Oh, I thought it was Lamastu.
No, Lamashtu is their deity. Nihil's just a friend. Matt ponders and says, "All three of them are here, huh? Take us to Nihil." The kobold
Whoa, whoa,
laughs.
whoa, 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 whoa.
"Fine,
Are
I
you
give you
sure?
Longshanks time to prepare. I'll be back in 15 minutes." Did you say, "Are you sure I want to do this, Kate?" Or Gavilon? Yeah, I'm positive. I'm pretty sure I can't get through to Alexstrasza, but I have reason to believe that Nihil won't outright kill any of you or me if I confront her.
Well, we're a bit outnumbered here.
We are a bit outnumbered, and they're willing to let us pass without fighting us. That makes it much more easier to stand tall in a moment like that.
Well, all we can really do is just keep going.
Take some time to prepare. I mean, we are just starting here. Think of, if
Yes.
you don't remember the aura we felt in the lands of the dwarves from miles, prepare yourselves for feeling that up close. So, take a couple of seconds, talk amongst yourself, whatever you're ready. I think that Cobble will come back. I doubt this will be the last time we come down this place, so try and take note of anything you see.
Lovely weather we're having.
It's
Lost
underground.
my
So,
headphones
it's
again.
underground, and you suddenly see ash falling from the sky.
Lovely weather we're having.
Why is Roll20 gotta do me like this? My God.
Just
Eh.
close
Do you
the
guys have
entire bracket.
any other questions?
Um.
Don't throw any at me. I'm having technical difficulty. God damn it.
Who's the kobold?
One of the kobolds says, "That King Rock Firebrand. He good men, unlike you. You devils."
This is true.
Gavilon.
What?
They called us devils, Gavilon.
Well, yeah, we massacred them last time.
We
Yeah,
had no choice.
The end result is the same.
I
But-
wasn't here for that.
To be
You
fair,
weren't even in the
yes, Alvaro was not here for that. Don't put Alvaro's sins on our shoulders. Or don't put our sins on Alvaro's shoulders, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see how you gotta label us as devils when she hasn't done it.
Everyone's a devil except for
And the
her.
kobold says, well, devils hang out with devils, right? So, you devil, she devil.
Well, he's got a point.
Kobold, please stop aiding and abetting the enemy's arguments.
Well, why do I care? I could. He's a kobold. I could kill him with like my arms.
Well, yeah, but we're not going to attack them. They're letting us pass. If they don't let us pass, we will attack them.
And not agreeing with them might not let us pass. Also, he makes some good points.
I mean, I can see from his perspective how we are monsters, yes. To be fair, it's really Jones's fault.
That is true. We did send off into a wild goose chase, and evidently he tried to. Yeah, but
The kobold
what?
says, what? No, Jones innocent. You monsters. You real monsters.
What are you talking about?
Jones came by and tell us you forced him to do all of that.
Well,
When did
the
he do that?
Same time our
kobold-
leader miraculously revived from dead.
well, the kobold has been right so far.
Gavilan, we literally only started fighting them because Jones stole their relic.
Exactly. No wonder they think we're demons. They invited us to dinner and we started killing them.
They attacked us first.
Well, you know. Well, you know.
So
That's why I
the
don't ask for
kobold
favors
with the
from the bird.
crown walks back in and is like, I'm ready for you now. And honestly, my men don't entirely know the full history, but I'm not too keen on informing them of it. It's good to make sure that if you guys were coming here for any other reason, then they're prepared to lay down their lives to protect the non-combatants amongst our tribes. Anyways, follow me. The woman you're looking for is in the Temple of Iori in the basement.
Right then.
So the walk takes a bit. Is there anything you guys want to talk about with Rolk on the way down?
Well, that's the thing. I don't understand. Like, so the leader was resurrected, I guess,
The
and
leader was resurrected, but Rolk seems to be in charge, right? Rolk wasn't the leader. The leader was a goblin cleric of Lamashtu.
where did he go?
She is still alive and
she?
here, but you can ask the kobold. He doesn't seem so opposed to chatting with you if it means that you don't harm his people. So he's not exactly, he's not exactly good, but he doesn't seem cartoonishly evil like the goblin led her people to be.
Okay. So whatever happened to your leader?
Ah, yes, the High Priestess. Well, Lamashtu granted her a new form. She has pretty vicious fangs and insists on drinking blood from some of the prisoners we bring in and some of our own from time to time.
I'm sorry, drinking blood?
I don't know, that sounds like a religion check.
Okay. All right.
Or an Arcana check, actually. I think both are covered.
Both? Do I just
Both.
do one or just both?
You can do both. If you're trained in both, you might get information from both. Also, society, because it is technically still a humanoid.
Alright, so I got Arcana. There you go. I'm trying to religion. Oh, fuck me. And then, what's the other one that you said?
Society.
Society. Bonk.
So, you will run into Rolk further on, just as a heads up, so.
Okay.
Anyways, so I do have art for him, but not quite yet. It's not quite ready, so. And since you won't be as constant this time, I won't quite use the art just yet. I won't give you a face to the name just quite yet.
Okay.
I will also have Matt roll Arcana and Society check. Um, let's see. Seth, that does sound like a vampire.
I was about to say, is that a vampire?
Um, and the fact that she is eating her own people's blood, and the fact that Matt is saying, oh, it's weird that these kobolds aren't trying to expand their lands with no one to get in their way.
Is it a dragon vampire or something?
It's a goblin vampire.
Oh, that's the most cursed, stupid thing I've ever heard of. A goblin vampire.
Sorry, parents were home and I had to go turn on the lights.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty cursed. I wonder if
I am back.
So, you might notice that he said that they got a new form based upon their deity. Did any of you get... So, Lamashtu's blessing for the person who got a 16 raw, I'll give it to you. One of Lamashtu's great blessing is that in a moment of great need or great devotion, a cleric will take on a new monstrous form.
Oh, cool.
A cleric?
Cool.
They were a cleric, and they became a vampire, but that doesn't sound right, because while Lamashtu is a deity of monsters, vampires are... They sound like a different deity's problem. Sound like a Zura thing.
Does Lamashtu not like...
That sounds like an occultism or arcana check to guess from there.
Let's see, occultism.
Yeah, that's got no idea.
Arcana.
I think I have... Hold on.
There you go, occultism.
So, Seth, it seems like maybe Jones came back, tried to explain the situation away as it being your guys' fault, and then used whatever dark power he has gotten to bring back this priestess as a vampire.
Oh, great. Now Jones is a fucking necromancer, or whatever the fuck you call them.
Or Jones is a vampire.
That is less cool.
Because a necromancer doesn't create vampires, vampires create vampires.
I'm so used to other types of I'm sorry.
Okay, no. I mean, here's the thing. Some other systems, I think 5e has heal as an evocation spell, which is weird. Because healing is necromancy. It's just necromancy that doesn't offend anyone. Except for undead. But that being said, knowing all of this, why don't you make me another society check? See if it would be intelligent to bring this up to Rolk.
There you go.
So, Gavilan, I'm pretty sure you didn't get any of those checks.
I got absolutely none of them.
Yeah, so... Seth, you think that there is a good way to tiptoe around offending him while bringing this up, but you don't think it's going to be a good thing to bring up unless you tiptoe around it. Because his people are not necessarily going to shun the priestess and turn them away, but they might be more aware of that and drink anti-plagues before... things get too rowdy, so that way they can still feed their brethren, but not get turned into vampires due to the plague that would be spread.
Vampires make plague?
Yeah, vampirism comes from a disease you die from, much like ghouls and zombies.
Is it airborne?
It's not airborne, no. You have to be infected by getting bit or scratched by a vampire, zombie, or ghoul.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Or
So
another way they could do it is they could, drain the blood from themselves so that so they can feed them without even needing to be bitten. But basically, you can bring this up in a way where you're not trying to offend them, but give them a heads up so they don't all start turning. It seems like Rolk wants to keep his people safe, even if that means making some sacrifices to keep all of them safe.
hmm. Okay. Um. So besides maybe the weird blood sucking and whatever you described to me, have you noticed anything like physically different besides the whole transforming stuff, like more paler or something?
Rolk thinks about it for a second, stops in his track, turns around and said, "You're implying what I think you're implying, aren't you?"
Implying what?
Well, I'm not offended, but I really didn't start putting the pieces together. You think this could be vampirism?
Wow, that was easy.
Yes.
Don't, don't
That's so
outright
good.
say it.
Observation.
Don't outright
That,
one slight recommendation is like, oh, you be vampires.
well,
I
it's a
mean,
bit harder to tell with green skin, but yes, I have noticed it becoming more pale, more yellow, to be honest. Um, and I have noticed that when the blood has been sucked, it has been turning those sucked into that more pale skin, more pale scale in the case of kobolds. So, do you
interesting.
have any ideas of how I can keep this from spreading? My men wouldn't necessarily be the worst to have these abilities. It would make them stronger and more regenerative. But I don't want their families to be effective if they're not combatants as well.
Well, do I have a way to, I mean, hmm, besides not allowing,
You can make a
not,
medicine check here, Seth.
let me see. Okay. Bonk.
Yeah. So, you basically, I won't have your role play it out unless you want to, but you can give him a general description on how to take blood. And any blood will do when it comes to feeding a vampire, but this way they can give the vampires blood without them having to spread the disease, essentially.
And you said it was like, oh yeah, they can just basically cut themselves and just like,
Well,
you know.
there are ways to do it without cutting themselves. Goblins and kobolds are pretty resilient when it comes to that sort of thing. Goblins more so than kobolds in this case. But yeah, you might even suggest the goblins of this group because the goblins in this cave are of an unbreakable ancestry type, so they're a bit
Mhm.
sturdier.
Well, let's see. Well, I mean, besides maybe, like maybe cutting yourselves and just feeding the blood to, uh, you know, yeah, the priestess, high priestess, you can just do that. And and then my character, I guess, describes like other methods, but um,
Rolk seems to be
hmm.
writing them down. He hands them off to one of the people who seems to be dressed as a medic, and he says, "Do that. We don't want this spreading to the children and the non-combatants." And he turns to all of you and says, "My people are going to see me walking you through this place, and they are going to be terrified. You promise you are not going to harm them."
uh,
Probably.
I was about to say like my character turns to Gavilan and just like glares at him.
Hey, I've been on their side for like this entire conversation. I don't know why you're looking at me.
Matt says, "Hey, if any of them get out of line, you have my word, I'll stop it. I'm the leader of this group, and, well, I don't want to harm innocents many more than you don't want me dead, essentially. The same amount of hatred you have for me is the same amount of hatred I have for harming the innocent. If we accidentally harmed innocents while we were here last time, I will not offer up our lives, but I can offer up some gold to help you do a bit more for your people. And he's like, no innocents were killed last time. However, a lot of our brethren have managed to find safer areas of the cave, just in case you were to come back. So, if we were to mark these with a blue circle, would you stay away from those? And Matt says, as long as you do not use these as traps, we will stay away from any door marked with a blue circle. And Orlok says, thank you. Innocents do not need to be harmed, even for the sake of getting revenge for those who have fallen. I don't like you guys. However, I'm not going to have my men surrender themselves in a useless attempt to stop you from doing what you're doing, because you're likely not going to survive this. That being said, and he points towards the place where you guys accidentally fell in the pit of snakes, and he says, there's no snakes in that pit anymore. We did not actually know there were that many snakes there. And Jones demanded we kill every snake in that pit. So that's your key.
Right. I guess he doesn't like cold-blooded people like him. Anyway,
My only question is, why snakes?
Matt turns to you and is like, he hates snakes. Terrified of them.
Yeah, but why? Why so many snakes here?
I mean, it's a pit of snakes that we fell into because it was a trap. Anyways. Well, no time like the present. By the way, if there are actually snakes in here, I'll be talking to you after this is over. And Matt literally walks on the trap, springs it, it drops, and he's like, oh yeah, there's no snakes down here. Just fall damage.
I love that.
So, you guys managed to get into the room you got into last time, and Matt points out the wall where the snake pit used to be to Alvera, and he's like, that started this little journey, this little unit. That wall depicted Sky Igniter, told us about the ruins here. That being said, it's time we go back to these ruins. However, I want to try something first. There's a room I want to revisit. And he takes you to a particular room. It's the blue room, and the voice echoes once more the phrase it gave you last time you were here. What do you do when there is an evil you cannot defeat through just means? Do you stay steadfastly just and let the evil remain, or do you stain your hands with evil to get rid of the greater evil?
I remember there's some stupid trick question.
Matt yells, Iori, if you can hear me, we're back. We need your help. So, a man appears before you. He has the tan skin of a Tian man with a single braid of hair. And, like, it's literally just the braid of hair itself. So it's a ponytail, shaved head aside from that, and a braid. He's wearing a white and gold gi with hand guards and ankle guards. As he says, you're not really doing this, are you?
Doing what?
Going after Nihil at this point in time.
Yeah, I look at Matt. Yeah, isn't it all, isn't it?
Matt says,
we are.
We are doing that. However, I have reason to believe she won't kill us. And I always like, probably not. However, that aura has its own consequences. If you're really going through with this, I have some gifts for you. Um, and I suggest you think about what you're going to say and do once you get to the point. So, that being said, Gavilan, please step forward. I have a gift for you.
Okay. Is she like actually here, or is it just like a voice?
This is a manifestation of Iori, a avatar of Iori in front of you.
Which one's Iori? Is it the blind one?
Iori is the master of masters. He's like the Buddha slash first monk type thing.
Oh, this is Darth's guy.
This is Dot's guy, yeah.
Darth. I love that.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
That being said, Gavilan, as you approach, he says, oh, you are far down on this list, so give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of you. In most ways, I am all about. I'm not a fan of you in any way, Gavilan. I am all about the hard work you avoid. However, I know you are vital to your team's success. So I will give you a gift. Hand me your loot and take my hand.
Him not liking me doesn't faze me in the slightest.
I
I give him
you
a
know who
hand.
you are. Your body and your loot glows. And he says, this gift assures your success and performance. Do what you can and watch as you always succeed. Mechanically speaking, Gavilan, now you get to apply your full performance bonus to assurance.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, you get to you cannot fail a check. You can only succeed. And if you don't have to roll for performance checks to do your aid thing.
Wait, so I can't fail checks anymore?
You can fail if you roll, but your assurance is now boosted to the point where you can always succeed unless you roll to try and get a critical success.
Whoa. Whoa.
Alvera Ignister, step forward if you will.
Yeah.
He hands you a necklace, and it looks similar to the bracelets your father gave you. Says, I know currently you are in a weakened state when you are with water, and your offensive abilities can be mitigated by said thing as well. I have a gift for you. It was something that your dad asked me for when he met me, but I was not able to give him the full thing at the time. So I apologize for keeping this for a while, but I knew your fate would bring you around to me eventually. This necklace, when combined with the bracelets your father gave you, will allow you to not only stay fine in a situation where you are completely submerged in water, but it will allow you to use fire-based spells in those situations. More importantly, those spells in any situation will be more powerful, and you will gain the same feeling of resistance you have to the fires of the world as power to your own attacks. Mechanically speaking, you no longer get sickened by being in the plane of water or any underwater city, and you get half your level to all fire-based spells and cantrips in terms of damage.
Epic.
He says, Matt, please step forward. And he asks, please, give me your hands.
You nothing.
And Matt's entire body glows, and he says, your body will now be treated as precious metals from everything from silver, cold iron, and adamantine. Your hands are swift when it comes to combat, but this way your strikes won't miss, or at least will do the damage you think they will. You are supposed to get this blessing later on. As one of Sky Igniter's intended users, that was to be your gift. But it was a gift from me, and I choose to give it to you now. Matt bows and backs off. Seth Swordblade, step forward and hand me your rapier and your whipclaw.
He steps forward and hands them over.
So, the rapier and the whipclaw glow, and he hands them back to you. And he says, I should probably tell you what these do. When you wield your rapier, and he hands you your rapier, blade's edge being held by him, as though you should take its handle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you take it, he says, do a couple of steps, jumps, see if you notice a difference.
Steps and jumps?
Yeah, basically move around a bit, see if you notice a difference.
Okay. So he steps back and
you don't make any sound. Like the ground around you has like some rubble, so typically you'd feel like a shift or something. You'd hear something like crackle, but there's nothing.
So he jumps around and just listens carefully. He's got his ears like poked up.
You hear nothing. Not the wind, not anything that you create is making a single sound. And then he hands you back your whipclaw, and he says, give it a couple of shakes.
So he shakes it.
So you notice your whipclaw, as you're shaking it, going in this weird motion where it looks like it's going in one direction, but ultimately you know it's going a different direction. Almost as though this weapon dances more effectively. And he said, like, basically it's like a weapon on like a chain, essentially. So when I say it dances more effectively, it's harder to track, even for Seth himself.
Okay.
So he says, the rapier will keep you silent and make you harder to detect in situations where that will be useful, at the very least. The whipclaw will make it easier for your allies and you to get the jump on someone. So long as you are both attacking a similar target, you will be able to take an advantage on them. Mechanically speaking, your rapier gives you the effect of silence with as long as you're wielding it, but you can still talk. So it won't disrupt you from casting spells, essentially. And your whipclaw will make any foe that you and another ally of yours are adjacent to flanked without actually having to have a flank.
Oh, I see. So this is gonna be a lot.
And he says, Graves Ulfenrir was not expecting to see you at this time, but a welcome surprise. And he comes over and he taps Graves on the shoulder and he glows. He's like, you are a gladiator, yes. You are a man who can command respect. With that gift, you can do both much more effectively. I know you wish to keep these people safe, and I respect that. But, Kate and Kalian and I have a bit of a bet to settle, and you're probably going to end up doing that. Regardless, it's been good to see you all again, and good to see you've taken Aquanai's advice. Call out to us if you're ever in need. We will be there for you in a pinch. But for now, I must go. Nihil lies in the room where you originally faced the monstrosity that downed a couple of you pretty easily.
Hey, wait, why don't you help us?
Well, I mean...
You weren't expecting that question.
So I'm not allowed to.
Matt just blue screened right there, and now he's just running away.
Aren't you a god? Kinda?
And I'm not allowed to get in the way of mortals' affairs, now am I?
Is Nihil still immortal?
I mean, is Rasmir still immortal?
I don't know.
Well, the answer is not entirely, but also not entirely false.
Well, there you go. Go kick her ass.
She is in this nice little gray area where she is a god that I can't pick a fight with, but also people can interact with on a daily basis. So, Abadar would be pissed at me if I weighed in any further. Goodbye. he looks at he looks at you and is like, "Look, I'm sorry, I can't." You want to know the real reason I won't interfere in this fight?
Because you didn't plan for this?
No, because that woman was supposed to be Eridan.
What now?
That woman, that mistake of a woman, is only a mistake because Eridan's soul did not reincarnate into the body it was supposed to.
Who deals with reincarnation?
Yeah, I'm not even sure how that happened. That would be me.
What? Oh, this is your mess.
This is sort of my mess.
And you're not going to help
Because
us up.
because you don't need my help to clean this up.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I
So
am
Alvaro
helping
just
you
kinda-
clean this
Alvaro
up.
just kinda
I've
comes
given
up
you
and just, like-
blessings and items and loot.
Alvaro just kind of comes up and like yanks Gavilan. It's like, give him a break, goddammit.
No, I was making good points for once.
Honestly, you were. I was not expecting this from you.
Well, anything that makes me avoid a fight, I'm going to give it my all.
So-
Alvaro just kind of leans over to whisper. It's like, I don't expect anything from this man.
Damn.
But he just gave me like a really cool gift.
What about you?
I don't even know how mine works, but it sounds cool.
So, Gavilan, typically with Assurance, you'd only get your training modifier, not Charisma and item bonus.
Okay.
Now you get your Charisma and item bonus on Assurance.
Okay.
Which makes it so you never fail or crit fail a check unless you decide to roll a check using your spells.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, so it's a huge buff for you. It's not necessarily as huge a buff as something like Metal Strikes or maybe what Seth is getting, but it's a huge buff nonetheless.
So if I press a persuading button to try and persuade him to help us, it would be an automatic success?
No, I'm talking for when it comes to your spells. It's still a high level of success if you were to use like a persuasion for performance for persuasion, but it's not guaranteed on that front.
Okay.
However, I already does look at you as like, I understand how you feel at the moment, but you'll understand in about an hour. Okay, cool.
Okay,
See you later. And he disappears.
What an odd man.
Gavilan, you've actually earned a small boon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You actually earned a small boon from Iori, of all people.
Ooh, going from I hate literally everything about you to here's a boon. I have people.
When you roll a failure at a check to recall knowledge, you get a critical success instead, one time during this adventure.
Okay.
And it loses the secret, so your character knows you've gotten a critical success, is the other part to that. It is to be used on an extremely consequential check to recall knowledge.
Okay.
Anyways, that being said, Nihil is in a room a couple rooms away. Is there anything you all want to do before you decide to go further?
Any preparation anyone needs to do?
Prepare yourself mentally, anything along those
I
lines?
don't know. Ugh.
I think I've done everything.
I think
So,
I'm good. Yeah.
Matt leads the way, and he enters the room where you face that ghost that was actually two ghosts, the spirits of two lovers that were quite horribly murdered. Anyways, not important. And Nihil is standing there, and in that room is a little outlet of the cave that seems to have been carved out and goes even deeper into the crust of Golarion. She turns around, and you feel it. You feel that oppressive aura. That aura that made your paladin quake in his boots for miles is weighing down upon your entire group's souls. You feel an absolute burden. You feel immobilized, to say the least. Your words fail you. You have nothing to say. You look into the eyes of this beast and you see everything that could go wrong. All of you, except for one. Matt walks up, steals himself, and says, "Give her back." And Nihil laughs. And she says, "Oh, honey, you are as interesting as she said you would be. But not now. Not now." And he says, "This wasn't a negotiation." And you see that aura, that higher level of Cascade come out, and he throws a punch. She catches it. She brings him into a position where that arm is behind his back, and you hear a snap.
Oh.
And he tries and throws an elbow at her. She catches it, and you see it get crushed. And she says, "Oh, you are interesting indeed. It's a shame, though." And she turns him around, kicks him, and he falls to the ground. And she says, "It's a shame that I had to do this so soon." And you see her using that ability she used on all of the people in Gavlon's home. And then you see it fail. And she starts laughing hysterically, out of control. And she says, "Oh, she was right. I won't be able to do that to you. Interesting, interesting indeed. Well, I think you've all earned a chance to try and do this again later. But I don't want to hear him complain." And she, picks her leg up, moves it forward, so she's turned away and stood up from this point. And she spins around, kicks Matt, and you hear another break. And she says, "Well, I think it's time you guys have a nice restart to this day." And she says the word restart, and the world falls out around you, and you find yourself back in the inn. Back before Save State Man got there. That woman also had a deal. And, well, it seems like your quick trip back to where it all began is over. And, well, the only result you're going to get is death, or this. Your blessings stay.
Shit.
Right.
But it's a wash. This is not the time. They're all here. They're all safe. Well, except for one of you. And we are going to take a slight break. We will be right back.
Blah 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 blah.
Why is Matt standing there with a blank stare? Well, I don't know. You guys want to sense motive on him?
I mean, what do you think was gonna happen?
Um,
Oh god.
Probably not what he actually accidentally discovered, but the better question is, do you think Matt actually planned any of that?
Oh God, Matt plans things.
Most of the time, yeah.
No, I don't think Matt planned that.
Okay, well, why don't you make me some perception or lie to me checks to see if you know that in character?
Okay, wait, I automatically pass these things, don't I?
No, only performance and only for your spell level DC by level checks.
Okay, well, I need to roll.
Oh boy.
Perception for you. Uh, I think the other two have lie to me, so they can use deception or perception. Yeah, Gavilan, this guy is rebooting to say the least. He's definitely got a crack in his system that is working itself at the moment.
Ah.
They might die roll as well.
Well, let's get the grumpy goose home.
I mean,
Hmm.
not grumpy. I mean, to be fair, how would you feel if, the person you actually gave a shit about for the second time you could do nothing to save?
You mean like my beautiful wife? Well, we already
Yeah,
know how.
imagine if you actually had a second chance to save Linlin and you could do nothing.
Hmm,
Imagine
uh,
having a wife.
shut up.
Now imagine that thought process and the light speed. Yeah, Alvaro, this guy is definitely broken. Definitely broken.
Oh boy.
Well,
I
it
mean,
looks like he can no longer
And
leave
also,
the
I
group.
was gonna try to roll, but considering I'm having technical difficulties, you might as well just do those for me, because I
Gavilan,
don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
did you say the line? Looks like he cannot lead the mercenary group in character.
It looks like I, Gap Scream, am going to have to take command.
Is this in character, Gavilan?
Absolutely not.
dear Lord.
Yeah, but without the Gap Scream part.
Yeah. So Matt snaps out and was like, "Sorry. What? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I got this."
I don't think so.
No, you are clearly out of it.
Me
I
too.
am fine. I can keep going.
If you can describe what happened while still remaining calm like this, I will accept that.
I failed. I failed to save Alexstrasza. I failed to save Rudolph. I won't fail going forward.
Who's Rudolph?
Oh, right. I don't know if you're entirely there. He was the father figure that I had growing up who died in. I think he actually might have met the hand at the same. He might have met his death at the hand of the person who took Aurora's mother's life, if I'm thinking about
Oh,
it.
I thought I just had my two moms.
No, Diana realized though the two of them weren't gonna be the best role models, so she got me a member of her church to show me some things.
That's smart, to be honest.
Yeah, he was a good man. I didn't fail him, but I won't fail anyone else going forward, right? And you see him smile. Yeah, I got this. You could make me another wave of those checks.
All right.
Yeah, Gavilan, he seems absolutely fine. Did what you asked him
Ah,
to exactly.
Oh God. Oh
Alexa,
God. Oh God.
stop.
that I may believe that, but I'm not saying that because I want power,
There you go.
which
Is
is
that good enough?
character.
Believe it or not, for this one, no, not quite enough.
Fuck! Dollar!
What are you yelling at me for?
Which
DC was a 32.
fuck me.
None of you know that he is
Criminy.
as deep in the broken as he is at the moment, but you can sense there is a fracture behind that smile, that laugh. You know that he's hurting, and Seth Replica would outright tell you, yeah, no, that's it, he's done, but you can't tell anyone. This is going to be the end of him.
Huh.
I mean, what exactly are you gonna and well, world shattered around you for a second.
Oh, great.
Seems like replica was being interrupted, and a woman with long braided orange hair comes up from behind and taps you on the shoulder and says, "Look, I don't have too much time to explain this, but I need your help." And well, he needs your help in this moment. So, I can answer some questions. You see, you turn around and she looks familiar, but in a weird way. You're not exactly sure you can put your finger on it. You also don't hear Replica's voice, and it looks as if you move your arm, that little tattoo is temporarily destationed from you. Go on. I'm certain you have questions.
I don't know if I do.
No, this is Seth, so it's getting a little moment here.
Wait a second. What?
Uh, person with orange, long, braided hair comes up to you, wearing armor. The world is literally looks like it's the outer space around you, and your tattoo is not talking to you, nor is it even on you
Hello,
at the
Seth.
moment. It seems to be destationed from you in a weird sense.
Is this supposed to be fucking replica? Look, showing her ass.
No, this is not
What is
replica.
this?
This is they look familiar, but you know you've never met them before.
Can I like do something to like?
You can ask them whatever questions you want.
Well, first of all, who the hell are you?
Well, if I tell you that, you won't be able to tell anyone, not because of whatever you're probably thinking when I say that, because it would mess with the, space-time continuum. Name's, Lapis Magnum. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh God,
Lapis
another
Magnum?
one.
Yeah, I'm not born yet, don't worry about it.
What?
Yes. You guys have a time traveler. He's fucked with the space time continuum to an unbelievable degree. Accidentally. But, long story short, I am currently working off of off of my father's notes on what to do in this situation, and, yeah.
Your father?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
You see, he left me notes in case of an emergency where suddenly the deities that would fix time travel messes would go out of existence because of a series of coincidences caused by a time traveler.
Okay.
So, at the current state, my father is currently broken. He won't admit it to any of you publicly. You might want to take him aside for a second. I can keep Replica at bay while you're doing that.
Are you trying to tell me that I will be able to tell him
I mean, you
things?
did. I mean, you did before time got screwy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But what does that mean
But
that you can hold back the seal? Is that how that works?
temporarily, I can't hold back the seal more than to make sure you do things that will fix the time continuum. But during important moments, I can make sure you don't get all stabby with the people around you.
Okay. Uh all right.
Another
All right.
thing, need you to there is another event coming up here, but I need you to make sure that your group sticks together through this.
I don't
Uh,
even know where to begin.
well, I'll be around, and if I need to, I'll actually come back to help you with that stuff. Anyways, do what you can do from here. As far as the seal goes, it will go back into your arm, but I'll be pausing it for a second. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Now take a second, because when space and time continues to flow around you, you might go into shock if you're not prepared. Take a deep breath in and resume.
Roll to not vomit.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right. All right. I got this. I got this. It's fine. All right. All right. My character's just like standing there, like, oh no, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah, it's
All right.
totally not like you have the entirety of existence riding on the outcome of a conversation or anything.
Great. Wonderful. All right.
Fun.
You should probably fail.
Wow. You know what, Sass? I'm gonna make your future not bright,
You
bitch.
can do it. We believe in you.
Now
Yeah,
remember,
in the world.
she
Come
said
on, no
that
balls.
he wouldn't do so publicly, meaning that you might be able to do so if you can get him in a room that no one else is in.
Regardless if I actually think he's okay, I'm not going to say so because, you know.
Am I gonna have to grab Matt by the beard and just drag him on the floor to another room or something? Is that what's gonna happen?
I mean, how do you want to go about doing this?
Oh God, I don't know.
He wants to drag Matt by the beard.
Yeah, that's.
You can make a society check, see if there's something about your relationship with him. Okay. This guy does actually see you in, like, a brotherly sense. You could just ask him to talk to him for a moment.
Okay. Socially awkward trying to get somebody to talk to him. All right. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm back into the real world, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're having a minor freak out, but space and time are flowing around you as they should, so this is an
Okay, so I'm
improvement.
just.
Also,
I'm
you don't
having
hear a
a-
replica talking mad shit. I mean, you know she's talking mad shit, but you don't hear or see her doing anything.
I pressed the mute button on her. Okay. All right. Matt, can I take you into another room for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So my character leads him into the room, and then I'm assuming it just shuts the door. Uh uh M- Matt, listen, where do I even begin? Oh boy. All right. First of all, uh um God damn it. Come on, stop blanking out. Okay. Well, besides the whole Nihil stuff, and you know, I know this is weighing on you pretty hard, but uh I need you to understand something, buddy. You need to pull through with this. Uh as best as you can. I know how difficult this might be, and how overwhelming it might be, especially given the circumstances. Would just out of character, I wouldn't be able to say anything about the seal or anything like that, right?
Oh, they can hold replica back from interfering with your conversation. They can't hold replica back from stopping you from saying anything about the seal. Essentially, they can't create a time. They can't create a time paradox by getting that seal off you sooner, but they can hold it back so you can do what you're supposed to do.
Okay. All right, so I'll probably tell him anyway. Um, okay. Well, all right. To make this all real quick, before something horribly wrong happens or whatever. Uh, Aquaria somehow managed to get this seal on my arm, which it's not here, if he lifts up his arm. But it stops me from saying anything that might possibly, go against what Nihil or Replica or whoever, whatever they are, from getting their way. Okay, and one thing's for sure is that if I were to say this any other time, I would have stabbed everyone in this goddamn room, or well, you and anybody else in the room. But I hope you know this, and yes, I think you'll be really strong, and I think you should do something. I don't know. I'm not good at this.
So, the room you pulled him aside to is just the room he still has a key for. And while you were saying that, he seems to have spaced out. And
It's like
it,
talking to the real man. Okay.
Whoa, that means Nihil knew absolutely everything we were doing for a long time.
So, it actually seems more like the
Shadows.
seal started affecting everyone else since it couldn't affect you on that front.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I
So
didn't
so
hear anything.
my character. So he grabs.
So,
Can I like do something? He grabs him by the shoulders. Matt, I need you to pay attention for a second. Listen to me.
and you hear two voices tell you, "Hey, look, that can be dealt with later on, and it's probably better for everyone if it is."
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Matt, listen to me right now. You need to get your ass up and fight against this Nihil or whatever the hell she is. You can do this, all right? You've pulled us through worse shit, and I think it'd be better if you were to, do your thing. Okay?
Um, sorry, I was getting something food delivered to me. I did hear you. So he goes, "What's the point?"
What do you mean, what's the point?
Save the world now, but what's the point? What do I have in it?
The
What's the
point
point?
is, the point is that everyone, not, okay, I'm not the best at giving the most encouraging speeches or anything like that, but
Stop doubting yourself. You've been doing great. You've all been doing great. You put this credit on me as if I'm the thing leading you through all of this. All of you have been doing amazing. Maybe I've been helping with that, but I couldn't be around more dependable people.
Matt, not everyone would be able to do the things that they do without having someone who guides them, and well, considering how strange this group is, it's the only closest thing I will ever get to family. And I want to try and keep this family alive and stop them from stabbing each other, you know? And while I know that it may feel like there's no hope and what like what's the point of doing all this, but if it gives you reason to try and push forward, then you should probably think about the family and the people you've met this as far as you've went that mean a
They
lot to you.
they do. They do mean a lot to me. I'm not entirely sure how to phrase this. You're right. There's still plenty of point. There's still plenty of things for me. What I guess I'm trying to say is when they can all be so easily taken away from me, and they always have been. You know why I don't celebrate my birthday, Seth? It's because nothing good ever happens on it. Rudolph died on my birthday. Rudolph also was revealed that he would never be able to come back on my birthday. The base we were in the Mwangi Expanse was slaughtered on my birthday. I'm not exactly lucky. I'm good, but that's not enough.
Well, neither are we.
Yeah,
God knows what everybody, everyone's story, or at least have a better picture than Sorry, a car passed by. I was like, oh god damn it.
You're not wrong. I do know your stories, and, well, I want to do what I can to support you. So don't get me wrong. I'm going through a bit right now, but I do appreciate you bringing me aside, telling me you guys do depend upon me. I'll be here. I'll fight through it. You got my word. Right now it's gonna hurt, but given a
It
bit
is
of
fun.
time, I guess I got a small bit of good news today. I'm not going to be able to be turned against you guys by that demon. So, for now,
Exactly.
there's hope. But I don't want to keep failing the people I care about. I didn't make this promise back then when I lost Rudolph. I didn't think I ever would. From this point forward, I refuse to lose anyone else. And more importantly, I refuse to let losing anyone else go unpunished. If people want to take things from me, they'll have to go through me. And if they manage to do that, they'll be hunted by me for as long as I can hunt. I'm not losing any more. And I will make sure anyone who tries pays. But I won't lose myself in the process. You have my word.
Good. Because we
Thank
all
you.
depend on you too.
I know that. Sometimes I want to have a little pity party, but I'm glad I've got people like you to snap me out of it.
Well, good. We should kick their ass.
I agree. But for now, I would recommend another thing. You mentioned I know everyone's stories, right? Doesn't just apply to you guys, but the mercenary group as a whole. So, let's get to know some of the people outside our own group. Let's head back.
Hi, I'm Gaston.
No. I mean like the outside members of the mercenary group, like not the main player characters.
All right. I'm more than happy to get to know more people. It'll take me some time, but of course.
And Seth, listen to me. You're doing great. Please, don't doubt yourself. It hurts hearing a brother not believe in themselves.
I'll try my best.
Keep up the chase. Keep holding on. Well, let's get Gavilan to teleport us back. I'm not entirely sure when we all got here, but I'd prefer not snapping at Alvara's mother a second time.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Yep.
Uh,
Shortly
All
after
right.
this, you guys managed to make it
I have to
back.
concentrate.
You guys managed to make it back to Almos. And shortly after you're there, you run into the spirit of Abadar. And Doth, technically you ran into them a bit sooner. So, Doth, Abadar has some words for you.
Abadar, okay.
So this is technically in the first group because I thought you'd be there for this, but
Yeah.
anyways,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. He asked you.
Baby.
He asked you to step forward, and he puts a shoulder on you and says, "Well, Doth, I want you to know, I actually quite enjoy the existence of thieves. I am a being of law, yes, but without thieves and criminals, what is the point? So, I've given you a gift. your hands will be nimble, and you will always be able to take what is necessary to succeed in your journey. Mechanically speaking, this blessing gives you free training in thievery, a level of training into survival, and more importantly, you get the pickpocket feat if you don't already have it. If you do already have it, choose a feat of first level that you would like instead. And it'll also give you Legendary Thief at 15th level when you get Legendary in Thievery.
So I'm going to be able to steal forks and knives off the table without Matt noticing. Okay.
I mean, yeah. So, in group 2, Matt comes back out to you guys, and he, appears, places his hand on Matt, and basically says, well, your leader could use some additional training when it comes to using the words he knows. So, this will make him more able to command respect, more easily brokering peace, more easily skirting his enemy's attempts at getting information out of him. Now, Alvera, step forward. I have gifts for you as well. So he asked you, may I see your gun for a moment, Alvera?
Okay. And she proceeds to take it out and hands it over to him.
This tool is quite good for what you do, to say the least. But your aim could be a bit more steady. And the gun glows, and he hands it back to you, and he says, with this particular firearm, I'd recommend you keep care of it. Because, well, it's going to be a bit more accurate than even you should be with it. Essentially, it's giving you an additional... Essentially, it's giving you an additional level of training in your firearm. So you will have expert here, and then when you get expert in your weapons, you'll get master with the coat pistol. That coat pistol and no other coat pistols. So
epic.
Yep. He walks over to Graves, touches his axe, and is like, "Yeah, you'll figure that one out." Long story short, I'll let you describe that once you figure it out. Then Graves is like, thanks. And he goes over to Gavilan and is like, so, I got a ring for you? And let's just say I already said you were particularly strong-willed, so this is a treasure from my vaults. It's gonna make you a bit more stubborn, but a bit wiser at times, too.
A ring?
Yes.
But you didn't take me to dinner first.
Whoa, that's mine.
So, basically, it'll give you a +2 bonus to will saves and a +2 bonus to flat wisdom checks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I put it on. And I just become even worse.
It doesn't affect your personality that much, but it's harder for people to control you, essentially.
I am a god.
I mean, you believe that before you put on the ring.
Bow before me and despair.
Okay.
Oh my.
You're right, that did make you worse. And then he goes to Seth and is like, this armor looks a little uncomfortable. Let me fix that. And he runs his hands over the entirety of the armor, and you feel it become a bit less tight, a bit more snug. You feel like you can sleep in it now. He says, it should be a bit more nimble.
Because don't say that, you probably will.
Should be.
I mean,
it seems a bit more. It should make you feel a bit more nimble. Should make you feel a bit quicker, and more importantly, should feel like it's regular clothing instead of just hard strip of leather armor.
let's see.
Okay. Now, technically speaking, What that does is your leather armor is now known as Swift Paw armor. It has a dex cap of 5 with an item bonus at 1 as a base. And it has the comfortable trait, and it gives you an additional reaction each turn that you can only use to nimble dodge.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I can sleep in my clothing. Great.
That being
Shit, but I know you will anyway.
Well, if you
being
want
said,
armor, you could already do that.
that being said, it is time for our dinner break today, so we'll be back.
By the way, old man, I hope you're proud of me. I finally beat Azure Agony.
How long did it take for you to beat?
10 minutes.
We are
I
live
didn't-
now, everyone.
Mm,
So,
Hello.
Livia Serranis and Zort Sea Scrubber star in Partners in Fines. That is what we're going down today. So, Livia and Zort are standing in the bar arguing as Livia says, "You're not making sense. Why would he come back so soon? He didn't, if he didn't fail, that is." Zort laughs and says, "Well, this, sorry, I have to squint to read this. You know that this, rarely, oh, sorry. You know this,
You good there, buddy?
That?
you know this, I'm sorry, it's hard to read this.
You can't read your own handwriting?
I wrote it over something I erased pretty decently, but apparently not well enough. You know that there's a few ways that this could have gone, but, well, we got a great leader, huh? As Livia says, "Well, we do, but I worry about him sometimes." As Zorch laughs and says, "Because of his, team? Maybe thinking, because of his team, huh? Maybe, they think you love him or something." And he just points towards you guys as you're there. Livia laughs and says, he's cute, but he's too much of, he has too much baggage. Besides, I like being way smarter than my lover anyways. More... Oh, sorry. Zorch laughs and says, "I got ya. We got a feeling that, Lancelot's been shirking his duties to chase a senator's tail." As Livia says, "Well, we fear that he was not in the embassy when Matt was kidnapped, because he was busy conversing with a lady." As Zort says, "You still think I'm wrong? Well, I know what I know." As Livia says, "Well, if you really must know, then let me tell you. I think she forcibly held up Lancelot. So, let's have them settle this. We'll pay you 300 gold if you get us an answer to our question." As Zorch laughs, he says, "Fine, it's a bet." Then, to get a further briefing, so that's where they start off. How do you guys want to go about it from here?
Uh, hmm. I don't know, actually.
Honestly, do you guys even remember Lancelot?
Oh, no.
I do remember the name, but I don't remember much
He's
of
a
it.
cavalier you guys recruited in the Mwangi Expanse, former Lion Knight, bit of a ladies' man or self-proclaimed ladies' man.
Usually they're not, but okay.
Ah, so I use this as Lancelot.
So
Kill me.
basically, you guys are in this nice little position where they're asking you to settle a bet. And these are the people who are investigating everyone, making sure you guys are doing things as you're supposed to be doing. You guys haven't run into them too much, if at all, yet, because you guys have a small bit of privilege, being around the actual leader. So, you notice them talking about, why did he come back so soon if you didn't fail? You know, just gossiping a bit, right? Matt is not with you. Matt is doing his thing in his study, and he's been taken off on another wacky hijink, so, and you hear Graves running around a court, and you hear whistling from his axe. Also, you saw him throw it at a hedge, and it went back to him like a boomerang. Anyways, all that being said, how... What? Anyways, all that being said, they're looking at you. It's like, Zorch looks at you all. It's like, so you gotta help us settle this bet because, you know, hands that want to do a particular thing make for bad work when you're not trying to do that particular thing. Can you guys hear me, just out of curiosity?
I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay, cool.
I can hear you. I'm just doing a bit of pain.
I don't see why not. I guess.
Olivia says, well, good. There's really no reason to fear, after all. I mean, they're not looking into you at the moment. And Zort says, yeah, probably should, but our hands are tied.
Let's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's the thing you think that I'm relying on fear.
And Olivia says, our hands are tied. Honestly, I would prefer if someone buys me a drink before they do that. And Zort just laughs, is like, yeah, like you have any experience in that. Olivia's like, honestly, you don't know me as well as you think. And Zort's like, please, I know you plenty well. Anyways, Lancelot's
Robert just
in...
kind of like loudly groans.
Anyways, Lancelot's in an interrogation room. By the way, tell him Invincible's just in the stables at the moment. And we aren't gonna do anything to his horse. He seemed panicked when we asked him to get off of it. Olivia's like, honestly, I don't know if he'll actually find love, but my god, that horse seems to adore him. And Zort says, oh, come on, Olivia, he's not that bad.
Sorry, a horse?
Zort says, yeah, well, he's a cavalier. Don't get me wrong, my people hate horses so much we have special weapons designed to kill them. But his horse is in good company with that, man.
Okay.
Anyways, interrogation room number 1, down the stairs into the basement, down the hallway on the right from there, third door.
Okay then. I guess we're off.
No, welcome to the interrogation system, everyone. This is a more focused version of the influence system.
Uh-huh.
There are no checks to discovery, and there is no set in stone, this works, this doesn't work, and this is a personal bias, right? No weaknesses, no strengths, no personal biases set in stone. So, all you have to worry about is... What?
I cast Dominate.
Listen here, you little shit. That will potentially work because he is equal level to you. My god, man. Honestly, you're not wrong. If this works, you have skipped this entire part of this entire encounter. Well, the first one was 39, so...
Oh no.
Yeah, that didn't work. You're going through with the encounter anyways!
Wonderful.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery. You have options, and fun fact, you get to know the DC immediately. DC 24 Diplomacy, DC 26 Deception, DC 27 Society, and DC 29 Intimidation checks.
Oh, this is easy. Oh my gosh, multiple checks. You have 24 instead of 28.
I don't know how. I have no idea how I'm going to be able to do this. This is clearly impossible. There you
My
go, lady
favorite
people.
hobby of making all of Matt's hard work mean nothing is ruined.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
said that was high enough right there? 26?
yeah, but again, there are ways that these things can go wrong, too, so we'll play it out. So, Lancelot, as you know at the moment, was held up by a senator, but you're not sure why. There are two going theories, one of which is that he shirked his duties to try and get a bit of tail with a high-ranking woman. The other is that he was held up by the senator for whatever reason. So, you got a good deception roll. How are you going to lie to him to try and get him into a bit of a panic?
Well, the senator is up to his dirty tricks.
Her dirty
That horse.
tricks. Her
He knows what
dirty
he's been doing with
tricks.
that horse. He
Her
really
dirty
loves.
I don't know why you assume all these people are men when they've been labeled as woman several times, but her.
You really character now?
Listen. People make mistakes.
Nah,
That
I
is a
know.
very-
Unless you're gonna
gonna say,
hashtag
listen, they
cancel me
don't-
on Twitter.
Nah,
That is very
people
misogynistic.
do
Listen, they
make
don't-
mistakes. It's just like, guys, I do say, they're this gender a lot, and then it's like, he's been up to his dirty tricks.
No, but Matt, you have to listen. That people don't notice the tits at first.
I mean, when it comes to you, yeah, I do.
Anyways, how are you gonna go about this, Doth?
Oh, she's really close to her horse. A bit too close.
Yeah,
Senator
no, that's not gonna work. Okay, next up, Keat.
What can I roll?
You can roll. Well, you can view performance for the diplomacy check. Because of, but I'm still gonna need to know how you're gonna go about doing this. You're interrogating someone using performance. How would you do that?
Well, I bring out my trusty violin
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
and I smack him over the head.
So he, his head hits the table. He's like, "What the fuck, man? What did I ever do to deserve this?"
Tell me
Matt-
what I want to
Matt,
know.
real
I'm
quick.
going to keep hitting you with the violin.
Look, dude, the
Matt, real
senator held me up. I was needed to escort her to her house or something. My God, you don't need to hit me with a violin.
Matt, real quick at this scenario, do you remember that Twitter post I sent you? Violence.
Oh, yes, I choose violence. Anyways, yes, Gavilan has chose violence. You have
But it's
successfully
quite
gotten
literally a
two...
person holding a violin.
You have conveniently gotten 2 panic points. Panic
That's
points
great.
are replacing influence points.
And to reward you for telling me what I want, I play a little tune.
Honestly, I would have rather you just hit me again. Next
Okay.
up, Alvera.
Oh god. I want to try it, intimidation.
Okay.
See how well that goes.
You gonna roll it, or do I need to roll it for you?
You're gonna have to for me because it just
In that
keeps snapping
case,
on me.
Seth, I'm giving you access to Alvera's sheet for tonight.
Hey, I get to control mommy. Bet.
Stop that.
What?
Bonk.
I was gonna say you better roll
Why?
a good intimidation.
Alright, I'll try. So.
I'll roll this round of intimidations, but the next one's on you, Seth.
Okay. I gotta pull them both up. Oh my god.
My mice wants to keep double-clicking things to that. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I was about to say I noticed that that keeps coming to place.
Alvera, you managed to really get him panicked, and he goes, "Look, she threatened to kill me and Invincible if I didn't sleep with her, okay? I am being absolutely honest. She's not my type anyway. She's, too old."
Okay.
That doesn't seem to be the entire truth as to why she's not his type, but, Seth, Your turn to take a whack at the intimidation.
Alvaro or myself?
Seth.
Okay.
I just love Alvaro's intimidation stats.
It is very amusing.
All
Yeah,
right.
especially because you're a female PC, which gives you a +2 bonus to the shit. Anyways.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. How was that good enough? Was that good enough to roll? Okay.
Yep, that's one panic point you'll get out of that. But I'll also need to make sure you don't mess up with this check. So how are you gonna go about intimidating the guy?
So let's see. Intimidate. Are you talking about what am I doing to intimidate him?
Yes, what are you doing to make him horrified? Like you were trying to convince Matt that he was fine and the world is fine.
I don't know. Maybe he's got his like. Maybe he's like twirling his like I don't know, not his rapier, but like at least the whip claw in his hand or something. Just like playing with it.
You gonna say anything while doing that,
Um.
or
So anything else that might be of note?
well, I mean, the house was weird, but not quite ringing any bells. Beyond being a bit weird.
What house?
Oh, the senator's house. I had to escort her back there after all.
What do you mean by weird though?
I don't know. Gavilan, he did say he'd rather be hit again. So you wanna try emphasizing Seth's point, punctuating it with a song.
Let me think of a song real quick.
I thought you would actually just hit him with the violin again. That's what I was implying, but yeah, sure.
Well, I was going to do them both. Oh, the man we weren't.
Play a little tune. Strums a couple strings. Smack.
Didn't want to tell us things, so I gave me a concussion. Bonk.
Okay, roll me that performance check.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's like, gosh dang it, with all the head trauma, huh? Fine, fine. I'm like 90% sure I saw a holy symbol of Norgabur in her room. Okay, cool, got it.
I don't know anything about
So,
it.
Doth, we're gonna try this again. Maybe try a good cop or bad cop thing instead of weirdly obsessed with a male senator fucking a horse cop.
Oh, so he wants to get
Well-
hit, right?
No, the only
Good.
reason Gavilan's getting away with it is because he keeps rolling high enough.
You want me to
So far,
punch
it's
you?
just been threaten cop, hurt cop.
Threatened cop, hurt cop. Maybe try being good cop here, Doth.
Good cop. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. How would I do such a thing? If we've got this dude here, like this threatening violins, and I could take the violin, and if our friend here, wait, what did you say about more diplomacy, right?
Diplomacy, yeah.
Yeah, like we help get rid of our little.
Oh
we
my
could
god.
Get a bit away from here.
You have lost a point of panic from him.
We're here appointing that.
That means you still are at you are still at 7 panic points. But you did not lose a panic point.
Yeah.
Anyways, Alvera, back to you.
On the intimidation train, boys.
What are you gonna
Luck.
say?
Oh boy, let's see here. God, I need to think about this. Uh, so essentially, just kind of clarify, we're all just pretty much in the same room doing this, right? Eh,
Yeah, you're basically
Yeah.
insane cop, violins cop, and bad cop.
I'm just imagining like behind
all
some
right.
gray glass, those people are just mortified at what's happening.
Olivia and Zorch are behind
Okay.
a one-way
I
chalkboard.
think I have a little bit of a thing here. All right.
Yeah, they are quite mortified, but also heavily amused.
He's
They're...
him to death with a violin.
No, you're not beating him to death with it. You're not doing damage.
Oh, I was hoping I was doing damage.
Nope, your
Oh
weapon isn't.
my.
Yeah, it's not quite good enough to do damage, but it does emphasize a point.
Because I was thinking like every time I hit
Let's
him,
see
I
here.
break apart.
Maybe
that
like a
was-
point of damage every time you do it. Not a lot of damage.
So she kind of puts her hands on the table and like leans over the table near him. Is like, maybe you can emphasize on that information of that symbol for us.
Alright, alright. Bonk.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know which cult. All I know is I saw it in her bedroom somewhere in the midst of, well, whatever the hell she calls that. Anyways, don't get me wrong, not afraid to sacrifice my own life, but Invincible, she's innocent. She hasn't done anything wrong. I can't let her die. I've been around her since I was a boy, and she's a good friend. I mean, honestly, that horse is a better friend to me than some people. And some might call that
Next time my
sad,
turn loops around, I'm about to pull
but-
heartstrings here, so have fun with that.
Some might call that sad, but yeah.
It's intimidation, my friend. It's the whole train I ride.
Anyways, that's really all I got for you. If I'm being honest, the only reason I didn't say anything is because she still threatened Invincible with me, which I'm not opposed to dying. If you guys can keep a lookout for Invincible, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I'd probably look into getting a warrant to actually search the place. Which I'm not quite sure how to do in Andoran. But I know you need one in Andoran. That's all.
Alright.
You have completed the first interrogation system. Alexa, stop.
Darn, I had something planned for round
Now
3.
onto the horse.
We're interrogating the horse?
No, you guys need to figure out how to get a warrant.
I had something planned for round 3. I was gonna go.
Did you hear what I said, Matt?
What?
Matt, did you hear what I said?
What? And now
I
the
said
horse.
when you said that this is complete, it's like now onto the horse.
Why would you harm Invincible? She's a good girl and hasn't done anything wrong.
It's called intimidation train, my friend.
Tell us what we want. Tell us what we want, and we'll kill the horse.
Yay!
But what I had planned was
Tell
I
us
was
what
gonna
you want to know, or you're not getting a single
Yay.
carrot this round.
What I had was, a wise guy, huh? And I was gonna take out my gun, literally point at his head. I will blow your brains out.
Honestly, you did a free one at that because your entire party would think you're being serious.
I will kill you where you stand.
Honestly,
And then I would,
You will ye your last ha.
then I would ask you,
Say
can I
your
get
last nays.
can I get away with pulling the trigger?
God, I hate this.
you would not get away with pulling the trigger because you would probably outright kill him. And he is only guilty of a finable offense.
I hope you caught the joke I said, Matt.
Yes, I did. But Invincible is an oats gal. She's not a huge fan of carrots. Likes her oats.
No, like what I just said a little bit ago, not that.
Did.
you-
Anyways, you guys need to get a warrant. Do any of you know how to do that in Andoran?
We ask the people who know how to do that.
Do you know who knows how to do that in Andoran?
People who recruited us.
So you walk into the other room, the one-way chalkboard was on the other side of. They look at you and are like, "Yeah, we not entirely sure how to get a warrant in Andoran. We come from the plane of water."
Oh, well, I guess we'll just guess. Anyone else
Uh,
at this station?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, there's probably some in what station?
Aren't we at like a police station? We're
No,
interrogating.
you're in the embassy. Yeah, this
Whoa, this was highly illegal.
no, he's one of your own men, so he's under your jurisdiction at the embassy, but not in the actual police station.
Darn, I guess we'll just ask a cop or a cop equivalent.
I mean, do you have enough evidence to convince a cop of Andrin, or do you have to go even more obscure?
Oh no, I was just gonna ask him how we get a warrant. I wasn't gonna be like, sir, I have a man in the embassy.
Oh my
Torture?
goodness. First of all, you guys went a bit beyond what I was expecting. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. The courts will, however, say you did some wrong things. Anyways, so you walk outside to a guard and you ask him how to get a warrant.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "Why do you need to know that?"
Just curious.
Well, you go to a judge. You try and convince the judge that you have probable cause to search a residency or whatever you're looking for a warrant for. The judge gives you a warrant if he deems it as a legitimate cause for a warrant, and then you execute the warrant.
Execute, right.
Just to be clear, because you look a little confused as to the meaning of that, executing a warrant means that you do what you are allowed to do with the warrant.
I know what that means. I'm not an idiot.
I'm pretty sure you look like the kind of
Excuse me,
guy who would pull
Alvaro
a
just
gun
kinda
out on
comes up.
someone and murder
I'm a
them,
monk.
but not important.
I'm a monk of the Ori. I will make sure these.
Wow.
See
Racial
how Alvaro just kind of
profiling
comes up
and
and like
goo.
Alvaro just
Honestly,
kind of
you're the
like
first
comes up
thing
and
you
just
have ever
like
seen, so can't be racist if I just be judging you based off the character you give.
Yeah, none of these people I really trust with it. I'm a monk of the Ori. I can make sure the warrant is.
His
served
partner's
properly.
like, "Holy shit, that lizard's a monk of Iori." My partner's a racist. Honestly, I don't know why we let him
Alvaro
continue.
just kind of comes up and just like kind of like gradually pats Gavin. It's like I'm. There's many reasons as to why he doesn't understand. Because for one, he doesn't read. So take that as you will.
Dare you? I read.
We've got.
Uh-huh.
We have an illiterate bard.
Yeah, here.
Coloring
she
books
like
don't
proceeds.
count.
Wait,
She, like,
how do you
proceeds
have
to
an
take out a
illiterate
piece of-
bard? I thought they liked knowledge.
Yeah, this bard is a complete.
Alvaro just like takes out a piece of paper, writes something on it, and puts it in front of you. He's like, "Tell me what that says, then."
Hold on. I haven't button for this.
Yeah, well, those two are at that. We do need a warrant for Lancelot's arrest.
Lancelot's arrest? Good sir, what the fuck? It's not who you need a warrant for an arrest for. He hasn't done anything that's guilty of jail time. He failed to show up at his post. That's a fine. You guys are looking for a search warrant.
There we go.
Are you really gonna burn? No, you don't have a 6th level spell to burn.
That's a 4th level spell.
Right, it's a signature spell. If you're using a 4th level spell or a 5th level spell, Alvaro gets 1 degree success better. So she'll still have to roll the will save, but
a non sig suggestion.
No, you can use a 4th or 5th or 6th level if you have it, but you just have 4th and 5th at the moment.
Will I blow this just not to prove that I can read, but that she doesn't need to know? Yes.
Because they
So
are one
roll
of
me
you
a
two
will
have to
save
roll
for
the will.
Alvera, Seth.
Wait, what's up? Oh yeah.
Seth, I'm relying on you. Roll a will save for me.
Alright, will save!
Well, Alvera is aware that you tried to control her.
No, not control. Suggest.
Yeah, actually, they're aware you tried to use the effect of suggest on
I'll be right back.
suggestion
I have
on
a
them.
call.
So we will deal with that when he gets back. But you guys are looking for a search warrant on a senator's house.
My God.
Yay! So, you need more evidence, or you need a way to get around the typical channels of getting a search warrant.
Uh, Seth, I'm tossing you the ball. What do you think?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know even what I want to fucking say here. I don't know how any of this shit works.
I mean, theoretically speaking, you'd have to go through different channels to get a search warrant anyways, because you're a foreign body who is suspecting a foreign minister of committing a crime against someone of the foreign power you are associated with.
Yeah.
So, you probably wouldn't be asking guards how to get a warrant like that. You'd probably be asking someone like Glinda.
Mr. Yeah, Glinda owes me one. Yeah, we'll go ask her.
Why does Glinda owe you one? I'm not saying she doesn't, I just don't remember.
You don't remember the shit where she nearly got her captain killed?
Huh. Yeah, sure, go ahead, try that. You'll see how that works pretty
God
decently.
damn it.
Of course it won't work.
Yeah, god damn.
So
All of this
you
is so
guys are
painful. If
going
only I
to-
were a little smarter.
You guys
What?
you guys are going to talk to Glinda. How are you going to talk to Glinda about this?
Well, we've got a senator who's up to no good that could lead to a bit of Taldor kind of going into disarray if it's not handled properly. Right?
Well, yeah, but how are you going to talk to Glinda about this? She doesn't exactly like you guys.
Oh,
Also,
confidential.
Lancelot abandoning his post because of something like this, you are still on one strike, my man.
Never mind them. We won't go see Glinda. We'll do something else.
Theoretically
Well,
speaking, you could still do it. You just got to be tactful about it.
Tactful around that woman's a bit difficult.
Yep. What other options do you have, though?
The only way to do it is just try it out and see how it goes.
Have other people handle it. Oh god, this is awful artwork.
I mean, let me do some math here. Theoretically speaking, you could do some things that might take up some time for whatever Matt's doing to get done, because that might help you at the end of this. But long story short, you have a couple of hours to waste doing some things like
Hello,
gathering
Keith.
information, spreading rumors, and whatever that might help you establish a bit more of a case.
That might work. Hold on.
Welcome back.
By the
Hi.
way, please point out on the map where you are deciding to do these various things by putting your character there.
Well, I'm going to go to the bathhouse and start spreading rumors about the senator doing things there. Where's the bathhouse? I'm kidding.
Sure
Oh,
which building that is. Don't worry about it. Roll a deception check.
yeah. Hold on. About how he's being a very naughty, naughty man.
She, my man. She.
She's a very, very naughty man. She's a naughty man.
Idiot.
I hate this.
She was caught kissing random. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't tend to believe you either.
Of course not. These people don't know the truth. They're fools.
You also did. You went to a
Says-
bat
Kill them.
house and
Kill
started
them.
spreading sexual rumors. This is like the
Yes.
one place where that's not gonna work. It's a bathhouse, my man. They've heard every actually true rumor and have known every false one for years.
Know the truth. They're liars.
Anyway, Seth, what are you doing
God
to
damn it.
try and gather information? I will also point out, theoretically speaking, Seth, how loose is your character's morality on the law?
The police. I'm not
They're
gonna
fuck-
sing the rest of it.
They're
but-
thieves that I raised. I'm pretty sure they were not fans of the cards.
Yeah, that's
Like they probably have a bigger disdain for town guards than I do.
Okay, cool, Seth. High or low?
why. Why do you gotta do this to me?
Well, simply put, I'm giving you a chance, but I'm not giving you a save because you do this either way.
Okay, fine.
Says think about it, Seth, before you say anything.
I want to say hi, but then a part of me is saying low, and it's like, oh god.
Which one's yelling at you more?
Kill them.
Hi.
It's 11, so guess
Oh
who's
my-
breaking into the senator's house?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna
Oh, no.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually thinking of.
Yeah, you think after.
I honestly was thinking of that. I'm like, maybe I should just break in and be like, yo, what's up?
Okay, but you know what? How much are you going to plan this break-in?
YOLO.
Okay, so what are you doing to try and get into the place?
Well, let's see. Is this in like a normal house, or is
This
this
is
like
a normal house, but there are guards. There seems to be a regiment of Eagle Knights that take up station at the front door, back door. It's a townhouse, so there's like houses around it. So there's not like side windows or anything. But the front door, back door, and
Just saying
area
this
are
jokingly, it's
patrolled.
like I'm just saying this jokingly, it's like hearing all this. Alright, time to get the fox.
the fox. I need I see. I need a
Honestly,
misfire fox over here.
honestly, Seth, that would only slow you down. You have invisibility and are silent as all hell.
Oh, that's true. Okay. I mean, if I was so paranoid, I could just throw a rock somewhere and they'll be like, yeah, oh my god, look, there's something in there. And, that stuff. But,
Yeah, actually,
Uh,
do make me a thievery check on that one, because you wouldn't make sounds walking, so you could actually, like, feint a guard down a particular aisle. Or alley. So that will work for getting one of the guards to point out there's a sound that way. And they both go check it out for a second or two. So you are able to get up to the door and start picking the lock. It is locked, which means that the senator is not home.
okay. So do I have to roll for,
That is another
Lock.
thievery check, yes.
oh, fuck me. Alright. Oh, okay,
Yep,
cool.
that's good. You managed to get the door open pretty quickly and sneak inside.
Tip tap, tip tap.
Now, make me some perception checks.
Okay. No, don't do that. What are you doing? Okay. Oh my! I am not letting. No.
Yeah, you might want to hero point that.
Yeah, so
Uh,
believe it or not, there's not too many guards inside, almost as if the senator does not want to have a lot of people looking through her stuff. More importantly, the building seems to be well insulated in terms of sound, so as long as you're not screaming, "Ah, look at me, I'm an asshole and I do what I want, I'm breaking the senator's shit," you're probably fine.
Okay.
Oh, look at
However,
me.
your invisibility does have a 10-minute time limit, so you've got about so in order you have one invisibility slot per day, and then long story short, Seth, you got time to search one room before you appear to the world again.
Let's see. What would be a perfect room? I mean, besides the bedroom, because usually they hide all that shit there, or whatever.
He did say he
Um,
saw a symbol of the cult of Norgver in her bedroom, so not a bad
Yes.
place to look. No.
Okay, I'll go to the bedroom.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Bonk.
Okay, so you find a few things. You don't quite find the holy symbol of Norgrimmar that Lancelot mentioned, but you
Okay.
find documents that do incriminate her on a couple of major crimes in terms of Taldor, and you also find letters from a member of the Seventh Army known as Alpha Bravo 3.
Alpha Bravo 3.
They seem to be several plots against not just high-ranking Taladane military officials in the area, but also Eagle Knights on top of that. In
Oh.
particular, names that would stick out to you are Tex Mechanica, Atalanta Mulligan, and Tex Magica, Atalanta Mulligan, and Benny Fitz.
Benny. That's
Yeah,
Benny.
I will point out that everyone aside from Atalanta goes by a code name because Atalanta doesn't get the concept of a code name, nor would she ever be able to get away with it.
oh my god.
I'm sorry, but Benny Fitz sounds amazing. That's a really good. Yep.
Yeah, she's your
Okay.
friend with Benny Fitz.
Yeah. Um. Okay. But is there anything else I can look around for? Or is this just it?
Yeah, after you find that stuff, you poof into reality again because takes 10 minutes to search a place. And, yeah, now here's the real question. How the fuck do you get out of this situation?
Start firing. Kill him.
Is there a way to open a window? Is there a window to crawl out of?
They would still be able to see you do that, and you sort of need to get out of here without anyone seeing you leave.
If only you had some
If
sort of
only you had, if only you had some device that would take you to a safe location in this area.
If only. Oh shit, do I?
You do. It's almost
Uh,
like you're one of
Put
Praedyth's
your brains
followers
into it,
or
Seth.
allies.
Yeah. That's right.
Put
That's
your
right.
brains into it.
Listen,
Ow, I bit my tongue.
I am like dying right now. Okay. All right. Yes.
You should teleport. Oh wait, you don't have that.
It's a teleport. It's not a teleport they can control, but they can ask for something. But they do it in a particular way, and I don't quite remember what that is. I remember what it is loosely, but I'm gonna ask you to figure out what the word is to activate it, Seth.
Great. I don't know. It's man, what the hell? What is the words?
Make a thievery check.
Fuck.
It's revac. The word you're looking for is revac.
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 Alright.
So you say
Alright.
revac, and you disappear into a flurry of cards and go out the chimney. And find yourself aboard an airship in a different time zone. And Pradith is looking at you like, where did you break into, just out of curiosity, that you needed to get to me to escape?
Senator's house.
Why?
We're trying to, solve a little mystery. If you so call it.
Okay, that's cool. You didn't take the documents that I'm guessing you found there, did you?
Did I? Oh.
They're there still, right? That's actually good. That's good.
Yes, they're still there. I didn't take them.
That's good, because you'll need those to get a warrant. Now, it's possible Glinda won't be mad at you if you go to her with that information, because you just uncovered someone who is a potential assassination risk. I've been keeping an eye on things. I haven't stepped foot in the city for a while, but I have Albus in the area, so he gave me a heads up you might be on your way. Long story short, I'm gonna send you back to Albus. Mars
Okay.
is his first name, right? So, in order to get to him, just say revac again. It'll take a couple hours for you to get back there. It took you a couple hours to get here. You probably didn't realize it because you were a flurry of cards. So don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. You're doing great.
Alright, cool. Thanks, Pradith.
5-letter word for bad parent. God dang it, of course that's what it is. And that's literally the last thing you hear as you say revac. It's just him doing a crossword puzzle.
Oh my god. Oh.
What was the
And
word?
if you see it, it looks like it's something that was sent to him called Bad Fathers Monthly.
Matt.
A 6-letter word. Hold on. A 8-letter word for loving your son. Disappointment.
Yeah.
Actually, Matt did not send this to him. Sent that to him. Yeah.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
That's,
Look, I only read it for the articles, okay?
Since when were you a bad parent? When were you a parent to begin with?
Hey.
So you get back, and before you head back inside, while you're heading back inside, with the broken window in Matt and Aurora's room still not being fixed, you see some signage and you hear the two talking, and they seem to be having a really good conversation. He seems to be getting back in the swing of things. That's the main thing you notice.
Oh god, ew. I didn't want to hear that.
No, nothing like that. Get your mind out of the gutter. The two are just...
I'm kidding!
You're the innocent one in this conversation. Alvera had to fall victim.
What?
No, those two are
From
really
last
legit...
time,
Those...
Matt.
First of all, you got weirdly offended by that. Second of all, those two are just having a nice conversation, getting to be better, lovers. So
she knows what happened.
Oh, Christ.
No.
They were wrestling again, weren't they?
they're not. They're legitimately just... Matt is just doing a good thing and trying to get to know Aurora much, much better. God, I can't say this without making it sound weird to you guys.
I get it, you guys are wrestling! Jesus!
Matt is getting to know Aurora's past. Like, literally trying to fully understand this woman he cares about. Having a
Okay.
good old heart to heart.
Okay, okay. I didn't want to know that, but okay.
What?
Anyway,
It's a wholesome conversation. My god. Anyways,
okay. I'm sorry. This is too funny. You're a little too defensive on that, buddy. Okay.
to be fair, I didn't want to say the real reason why nothing's going on, but just go ahead. Silver, since you're so offended by it still, why don't you share what's going on?
No.
Nerd.
I'd rather not.
And look, no one wants to go on the river while it's red, okay? There you go.
I would rather.
Ew, that makes it even worse.
Nerd.
That's why they're just talking, Seth. Anyways.
Oh God.
I mean, may I remind you the role that you had me do earlier today?
Yeah, I did that because you were weirdly
And then what
offended.
I said in response?
You were weirdly offended that a fictional character was going through that time. Regardless, we're moving past that. Okay? Cool. Those two are having a wholesome conversation. You're walking in. Where are you going, Seth?
What Matt means is that
Am
she.
I walking into the
Oh,
room
Al-
while this is happening?
No, well, I mean, honestly, if you were to see what was going on in the room, they are just chatting. Having a good
I'd rather
conversation.
knock before I even walk in there, because be like, that's a little weird, you know? I don't like when people do that in real life, to be honest. But, knock,
No.
knock.
Oh, well, the door is open and you just see them chatting. There's this weird sign in the room that just says, I feel I can be myself around you. A weird romantic gesture, but the two are just having a conversation. Getting to know each other better.
Ahem. Matt?
Yes, Seth?
I got some, information. Crucial information about,
Okay, cool. Aurora, I will be right back. Business calls. Like, no, go ahead. I understand. And Matt, takes you to the study. He sits down, looks at one of the books he was reading, picks it up, and says, "Okay, lay it on me."
I found some possible evidence that might possibly lead to a an assassination.
You broke into a senator's house, didn't you?
On the plus side, we have reason to get the warrant.
Yeah, now you're thinking like a Gavilan.
You
Oh my
did
god.
not deny it. Of course he did.
That would be lying, right? That would be bad if I were to say yes or no or whatever, right? So I simply just went over it. That's not the point, okay? The point is that I got evidence, and it's very important because at least our reasoning for getting a warrant is very valid. Okay?
Okay, who is pulling the strings on this assassination attempt?
What was the name again?
The 7th Army, Alpha Beta 3, or Alpha Bravo 3.
Alpha Bravo 3, that's it.
Alpha Beta Tango Juliet Charlie.
Alpha Bravo 3? And he picks up a little rock on the table. Glinda, we have a code Alpha Bravo 3-1-2. And Glinda comes in and is like, what the fuck? How do you know about that? And he's like, anyway, Seth, you want to tell Glinda what you just told me?
Well, we found evidence in the senator bedroom specifically of a possible assassination.
Did the letters actually say Alpha Bravo 3 on the signature?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay. Fuck a warrant. We're just gonna arrest her because, in all honesty, this is an imminent threat. Uh, Andrin will understand if we find the letters. You've already found them, I'm guessing. You know where they are. So I'm gonna have Agate and Lillian take the center, and you guys are going to be given full access to the premises.
Well, I hope you know that if this shit goes down, they might try to hide the evidence. I just barely came out of there. So I don't know if maybe right now or between the time that I was there, they might have gotten there and try to hide everything. I don't know. That's what I'm just giving you a heads up in case something were to happen. But it
And
was
Matt
there.
says, no, the only reason I knew you break into a senator's house is because my father's been contacting me more recently.
Oh.
Apparently, he's been sent a subscription to a magazine called Bad Fathers Monthly.
Yeah, he was messing with the crosswords when I was okay. Well, that is irrelevant. Yeah.
So, they probably haven't moved anything because you probably didn't really leave any sign you were there. Regardless, you, Gavilan, Doth, and Alvera go double check the place. Dig up every loose end you can find. If you don't find anything, then Alvera will have us canned. Or, sorry, if you don't find anything, then Glinda will have us canned. If you find something, I think Glinda owes us a bit more leeway.
Alright, sweet. Let's go.
So,
What could go wrong?
you guys go to the senator's house. The Eagle Knights look at you funny and just say, whatever, go on. You manage to find the documents where you last saw them. And, you can make some perception checks to look around the place. Or, if you have Underworld lore, you can roll those as well. Or Norgaber lore. Or any lore related to an evil deity.
I guess I'm doing perception.
That'd pretty much be the only thing I could also roll because I have none of the other things.
Hero point that.
Alright, what can
Yeah,
I
you-
Before
roll
you
here?
hero point
might
that,
wanna-
Gavilan, before
Yes?
you hero point that, you walk up to the bedroom, you throw the bed into the street, and a symbol of Norgaber falls out from under it.
You guys, I found something.
Oh my god.
Oh, was that the thing I got? The boon.
No, that was not the boon. It's just your flagrant disregard for a senator's property has caused success where failure should have been.
Woo!
In particular, this looks like a religious symbol of Norgaber related to the cult of Blackfingers.
Blackfingers.
Oh, good. You should get that taken a look at.
The cult of Blackfingers is dedicated mostly to assassination work.
Oh. That's not good. Isn't that what the Red Man guys do?
All cults of Norgaber do assassination work. They just have various different ways in which they do it.
I thought Norgaberg was the end times man.
No, that's Grotus and
who's
Rovagug and Nihil. Norgaber is the deity of secrets. Which is why Matt was talking about seems more like a cult of Skinsaw thing. Because that's another cult of Norgaber.
Gellon only had
Alvera just kind of looks at it. It's like, do I even dare trust you that you can hang on to that for evidence?
Sure. I mean, I got all the fancy teleportation spells. Who's gonna get me?
You ain't you. I'm going with it.
Trust you. As pointing at Doth.
So, Livia's like, give me that, and she puts it in an evidence bag. You need to use these.
Ooh.
And
I don't know,
Zorch
you guys.
walks up to you and is like, I don't know. I think we could have let him hang on to it. He's got sticky fingers after all.
Yes.
And Olivia's like, yeah,
Al-
sticky
Albert
finger
just
that
kinda
will
looks
mess
over
with
and
the
just like-
evidence. And Zorch
Yeah,
is
Albert
like,
just
I
kinda
don't
looks
think you
over
know
and
what
it's
that
like-
means. Olivia's like, I know what it means. You're just being an ass.
Hey,
And
after
then
this
Albert just
guy,
kind of looks over. It's like, again, this man cannot read. You expect him to hold and not fiddle with evidence?
you have a very high opinion of reading. But hey, guys, after this, you want to get some grub at the Norgerburger?
Yes.
Honestly,
You think-
okay, listen to me. I can honestly see that being the name of a legitimate burger place in this town, but it's an ironic name. It's not actually like a burger place ran by Norgaber worshippers. It's like because there's no way they would actually name something after Norgaber. So it's a tongue-in-cheek
this is
joke.
our killer.
Well,
What's our secret sauce? We'll kill you if you ask.
I like it. You know what? Freaking the Norger Burger is now a staple fast food restaurant across Andron. Love it.
God.
But it's not actually ran by Norgaber cultist. Well, it is, but not directly. It's a loop of control.
From now on, all Norgerberg
A
temples
third
are
party, per se.
No. It's particularly Reapers of Reputations that run the Norger Burgers because they.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Norgerberger, home of the Norgerberger. May I take your order?
Anyways, I still need perception checks from Alvera, Doth, and Seth.
And me. Okay.
After,
I gotcha.
after this perception check, I gotta go for a sec.
Seth, you know what to do.
I gotta take a pill real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, perception check. Go. Bonk. Oh.
You still got evidence from that.
Okay. Do I have to do that for Alvaro too?
Yes.
Yes,
So
because I
Seth,
can't do
what
the
you
rolls.
managed to find is in the kitchen. You managed to find a couple of vials labeled gifts for various figures amongst your embassy at the moment. You could waft a whiff of them, and you smell poison. Potent
do I want to-
poison.
Do I want to drink these?
Potent poison.
Very powerful poison.
It's the poison for Aurora. The Aurora's poison. The poison for
Yeah,
Aurora.
so this is the one plan to poison the Matt wife.
The Matt wife?
Yes, the Matt
Honestly,
wife.
there's not one for Matt. Is the funniest part about all of this. It's just Aurora,
important.
Glinda. I mean, theoretically speaking, he's next in line if something happens to
Seth.
Aurora.
But there you go.
Yes, I
will-
was waiting on him to finish. Alright? I was
Doth,
trying to be nice.
you find in the living room a couple of books that look like they are decoded into orders given by someone known as Alpha Bravo 3. And Alvera, you find a very blurry picture of someone, and it's labeled as Alpha Bravo 3.
I will let one of you guys do this because I need to go nurse my wounds and meditate. I will be back with better thoughts in a few minutes.
So, you got what you need to start interrogating this person. However, this time, unlike with interrogating people in something like, I don't know, whatever LA Noir or whatever that game was, where you could just say, nah, man, that's bullshit. I'm actually going to need you guys to use evidence, like in an Ace Attorney game, to pick this next one apart.
Okay.
Well, I'll try.
So, you know this person's a Norber worshiper. In fact, you know they worship Blackfinger. You have a list of targets. They are Aurora, Glinda. They are also include people such as Agate. By the way, if one of you were to waft the one that Agate is due for, you would slightly, momentarily fall unconscious. It is very potent. And Lillian, who Doesn't even smell like poison unless you have a straight up 0 in your con. That is the difference between elves and dwarves at the end of the day. Constitution. I hear the dwarven kingdoms and the 5 King Mountains have a great constitution.
They've also got a good health plan.
Yeah, they do actually.
Really?
It's called Suck It Up, You Pansy, where they tell you to suck it up, you pansy, and you get over it.
It's a bit pricey, though, with those monthly payments.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways, you guys get, Secretary Lucy. What is that? Senator Lucy Steele. That's what it is. Senator Lucy Steele, you get in your interrogation room. And to give you the DCs this time, Society/Religion, DC 24. Deception, DC 26. Intimidation, DC 28. Diplomacy is not an option.
Diplomacy is not an option.
It seems like an oversight, but no, diplomacy is not an option. Society, DC 24. Deception, DC 26. Intimidation, DC 28.
Well, I think all I got is intimidation for that.
Technically, you can use performance for intimidation too, buddy.
Oh, I'm so great.
You can use it to lie too.
Oh, I'm so great. I'm pressing the button.
Depending upon how you go about that, that's a failure. What are you gonna do?
Well, it's a bit too early to do the gun thing.
Yeah, you probably. Here's the thing: Livia and Zorch, before you guys enter, are like, look, you need to not do anything that even threatens her life because, look, we already got the right to kill her. But we need information on this Alpha Bravo 3 person.
Alright, look here, Missy. Your little Norgerberg friends have already ratted you out. We found the whole group of Black Fingers.
Really? We don't congregate in person, so I'm not sure how they. Well, I mean, we wear masks, but
Oh, hold on. First, I need to press the funny button.
we don't have
Dominate.
spell slots for that at the moment, my man.
What? I can only use Dominate once.
You've used teleport and dominate. You have 2 6-level spell slots. Both of those are 6-level spells.
Okay, well, that's all I got.
So you still have more conversation there, buddy.
What did she respond with?
Oh, well, that's odd. We wear masks when we meet, so I'm not sure how you got them to turn on me. Tell me, what are you really after here?
Matt, what are we really after here?
I mean, in character, I said it to you a bit longer than that, but you are looking for information that could lead to the arrest or the identification of Alpha Bravo 3.
Oh, I knew that. I just didn't know if I should, like, flat out say that.
That is a good question. I
am here now.
I don't know if you should or shouldn't, but you probably do want to say it eventually, but maybe you should sprinkle around that point for now.
I want justice. And I grab the light and I put it in your face.
And she stares at the light and she says, "Well, I don't know what ice is going to help you with in this situation, but I'm pretty sure I can put you in it." Okay, well, you're entertaining, but I'm not a Callistrian. I don't give away secrets for free. Nor do I whore myself out, but honestly, I'm more offended by the secrets, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh my god.
Alvaro just like loudly groans, like, God.
Okay, so no influence points there. Or panic points, sorry. So, next up we got Alvera.
God. I had literally just come back. I don't know what's going on. My dad was in my room for a second.
We are doing another interrogation system, but this time you have to use evidence if you want to get the full experience, like an Ace Attorney game. You are looking for information that could lead to the arrest of or the identification of a person in the 7th Army known as Alpha Bravo 3.
Man, the one time I remember the plot points while we done, and I failed to check. I remembered the signal. I remembered the name of the group. I remembered everything.
You failed the check mostly because you started quoting Batman.
Well,
I
that
am
point-
the knight. Also, you did put a good notice on her, so it's a bit easier for people to know she basically, you emphasized the point that she fucked up, you know who she's with, right? So, there's already a point against her on that one. So you did something, it's just not enough to get her to panic quite yet.
Well, next round I'll use the gun.
Honestly, they probably took away your weapons because they can't risk you getting mad and killing her in the process.
I'm magic. I can use other things.
That's true, you can, but this person has important information.
I
Alvera,
have.
what are you doing here?
God, man, if I gotta be honest, I don't know.
Okay, sounds like you're trying to intimidate this person. They are hard to break on intimidation, so... but you can try it, so... What do you want to say to this person?
It's my only limb I can throw out on Matt. I don't know what to do here.
I'm telling you, you're probably trying to intimidate the person, but what are you trying to say?
I know.
What are you gonna say?
I'm just saying on otherwise, I don't know what else, so intimidation's my only throw here.
I know, but what are you trying to say? Because it matters in this point.
I don't know.
You know what, Seth? Give your fellow agent a briefing on the past 12 minutes.
We're just intimidating this person. There's nothing much else you can do. Just be like, OMG, you are gonna die if you don't tell me. Otherwise, you're gonna be, like, dead.
Well, I
So-
think what they're saying is they don't know the information that was processed in the past 12 minutes. So what did you find evidence-wise?
Oh, did you not know what
Her father was in the room for a bit, so she wasn't paying
Yeah, I
attention.
couldn't pay attention.
So we found out that there was, so there was papers and stuff in the senator's bedroom. And it had,
I mean, I was here up until Gavlon finding the seal thing and all that, and
Okay,
saying
so,
if you'd really trust him
there
holding
are
evidence.
books, particularly they are books, bad romance novels that translate into orders from someone known as Alpha Bravo 3, vials of poison for the Empress, her spy master, and her 2 royal guards. One of which is so powerful and potent that it will knock you out just being within the ability of range to smell it. And the other is so weak that unless you have a con of 0, you wouldn't even smell poison. Those are the pieces of evidence. As for... Oh, and there's a blurry photo of someone that is labeled as Alpha Bravo 3 on the back of it. So, your goal here is to get information that will lead to either the arrest or identification of Alpha Bravo 3.
I don't know how to approach this.
Shoot her. Shoot her.
Well, you're not gonna know unless you try. You guys have As far as you're aware, there's no time limit on these things. So try something, and if it doesn't
Yes,
work,
I
go
I
back.
know I don't know until I try, but I don't know what to go with first.
Well, there's no wrong answer except for
I'm
shooting
stressing
her.
myself out over this.
Yes,
Give me a
you are. Like, okay, Seth, we'll give them a second to think. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. What is my best option here besides?
Sorry, I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm stressing out to the point of nearly crying, so I'm trying to bear here.
What?
Well, we'll be right back,
Uh,
everyone.
I'm kind of
Da-da-da-da-da.
overwhelmed. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So tell me what you're thinking, Seth, Ace Attorney.
I was thinking maybe I can do a little line and be like, "Hey, yo, everything will be perfectly fine," you know, this sort of thing. But I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah, no, that can work, but what else are you gonna say here? Everything's gonna be just fine. Are you going to be blunt about what you're looking for? So, question one.
Mm, you know what? Yeah, I'll be blunt about it. So, let's see. um, listen, um, everything will be all right as long as you tell me what we need to know. Anything you might know or something that might benefit us, that would be perfect for us to know, because if you do tell us, we will let you go.
Okay, that sounds fine, but what exactly are you looking for?
Um oh god, please don't blank out. What am I looking for? uh
Name is Alpha Bravo 3.
oh, yes. We're looking for an Alpha Bravo 3.
He laughs and is like, oh, you can't be serious. Look, if you don't kill me, she'll kill me.
I mean, I did say everything was gonna be all right if
You have
you told us.
agenda.
There is an important thing about that you probably wouldn't be aware of, but Glinda would say, keep pushing, you got us something. Using a message spell. So, congrats, you got one piece of information. Not quite out of panic yet, but they didn't even know Alpha Bravo 3 was a male or a woman, so solidifying that is step one.
Good job. We've brought the entire population of Hush Khabib down by half.
In this campaign, it's more like 42%, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, regardless, you got one piece, but there's still more talking to go before you make the check, so...
If we learn they're also not a dummy mommy, it narrows it down to like 3 people.
Yeah.
Nah, man. you call every strong, independent
I will see
woman
myself
a
out.
dummy mommy, so
Because
I
every
don't know.
woman you rate is a
I
dummy
only have
mommy.
one. I only have one favorite dummy mommy.
Anyways,
I like the dummy.
anyways, you were her last line is, well, if you don't kill me, she will. Keep
Well,
pushing, Seth.
I've already told you that if you do reveal this information, we will keep you perfectly safe. You've already revealed plenty of things to us,
Oh
haven't
yeah?
you?
Really? What did I
Yeah.
reveal?
I mean, besides confirming the gender inadvertently of this
Her
person.
eyes wide and it's like, oh, you guys didn't know that?
No, we know nothing.
Don't tell her we know nothing. What are you doing?
I mean,
Oh god. Well, I still have nothing more to say. We'll just wait for the gallows.
hmm.
You have managed to put a panic point on. You don't even have to roll.
We know everything.
But you can roll for a chance at 1 additional panic point or 2 additional panic points. Deception.
All right. Perception or perception, right?
Deception.
Oh,
Deception.
deception.
You're using charming liar.
All right, all right, all right. Bonk. Ooh. Okay.
So you got 3 panic points on that. She's like, okay, look, I know what you're thinking, but it's not what you're thinking. I have no idea who it is. I have absolutely no idea, and you can't prove I have any idea who it is. This is a point where you'll need to present some evidence to get a full breakdown out of this panic point. There is evidence amongst this that suggests you do have an idea that she knows who it is. Would
Well,
you like
first
me
of
to
all-
act as your ace attorney thing and tell you what the evidence you found is again?
I mean, first of all, they also told the fact that they knew the gender and the fact that they know or they seem so one thing is that you seem to understand who this person is and supposedly you're being threatened if you were to say more about who she is, right?
Again, I have no idea who she is, and you can't prove it.
Then why fear somebody that you don't know?
I know the answer to this.
Go ahead, Keith.
We got a picture of him in her house.
Are you going to present the evidence, Keith?
Objection!
Well, it's a picture. What does it prove? It's blurry as all hell.
You were seeing the picture?
Alexa, stop. No, she wrote the name of the person on the back of the blurry photo.
You wrote the name of the person on the back of the blurry photo. Therefore, you must know who they are and what they look like to identify them in the picture.
God damn it. Fine. I know a little about what they look like. They're a half-orc in their mid-40s. They wear a decent amount of respectable-looking clothes. They got braided hair, and they seem to look like they hold a position of authority. Okay? That's all you're getting from me for a description. That is step 1 of the panic point process. We need more interrogating.
I mean, that's pretty much everything but a name.
Yeah, she probably knows the name too.
Oh boy!
Also, you still have more information because you can get more info about how she does things like, oh, I don't know, how does she send messages to her assassins? How does she know where the Empress is at all times? There's a bunch of shit that you guys might be able to get out of her. Another interesting thing is like, hey, why the hell is Matt not one of the vials?
Oh yeah, that is a good question. Why? Okay, how is it that you have a bunch of poison filled vials. Except for Matt.
Why would I try and kill him?
Have you met him?
No, but I know where he comes from.
You know where he comes from.
I mean, you
And how
guys.
do you know that?
I'm a member of the cult of Blackfinger. We tend to know a bit of the history and presence of the families who have been close acquaintances of ours. And let's just say none
And
of us
that's
really want to pick a fight with Pradith.
and that's a fun, unfortunately, where you had slipped up again.
No, go on, Silver. Try and make this turnabout.
I was gonna say you cut out a little bit, so I didn't hear what you said.
She's just said, "Oh, how so?"
Well, she proceeds to take out the little bag that has the symbol in it. You happen to prove confirmation of the whereabouts of this.
Well, yeah. You guys already had me on that. It's not like I'm getting around it once you throw the bed it was out. It was in out of the house and it somehow miraculously lands at your feet.
Yeah, but you happen to admit that you're fully part of this.
Yeah, I did. But again, like, let me put it to you this way. I'm gonna go to the gallows regardless of what happens here. And, I mean, Cult of Blackfingers. I don't know. You really think that's who I'm with? Roll an intimidation
Well.
check, Silver.
Seth.
All right. I got you. Intimidation. Go.
That'll do, Seth. That'll do. Yeah, no, oddly enough, that seems to be a red herring. It seems to have been placed there by someone, not necessarily her own. Like, you've been led down a bit of a wild goose chase. Like, she's definitely guilty of some shit, but she's not an Orber cultist. Because if she was an Orber cultist, she wouldn't be so nonchalant about admitting it, even if you had proof. However, well, you get that out of her. There's no. She's still sitting at 3 panic points, so. Well, back to the top of the order, Gavilon.
All
So
right.
might as well just let them do this.
Can
Ah,
I
you
use
did good. You did good.
Can I use this?
I mean, making them afraid wouldn't induce a panic point, but it would make checks easier on them. So yeah, sure.
All right, I'll do that.
And what are you doing to try and get them further into the panic?
I'm going to lie to them.
Oh, what are you going to lie to them about?
That we found. Well, I'll just roll the thing and say it.
Okay.
Ah, damn.
Okay, so what are you saying?
To answer your earlier question, we found your cult in the local Norderberger. They were hiding in the freezer and in the secret compartment where their secret orders are kept secretly. We found their secret information secret.
She says, that's odd, because Norgaber cultists own the Norgabergers here, and I'm not a Norgaber cultist.
That's not what the secret letter is secretly secret.
Oh, cool. You didn't believe me. Yeah, great. Um, is he all right in the head?
I really want to pull out my gun.
There is no gun, only Gavilan.
I have Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to kill them.
Well, accidents happen.
Oh my
It's
god.
not an accident.
Fine, but I'm gonna make her laugh uncontrollably for a few minutes.
Okay. Let me roll a d20, see what she gets. You make her fall prone, handcuffed to the chair as she laughs uncontrollably.
Now who's the fool? I got nothing.
For those of you who aren't named Gavilan, you might have noticed something there, a little slip up.
Oh, is that?
What? Well, that's odd. Why did you find them there? We're not the Norger cult. Then the Norger cult owns the Norger Burgers.
Oh, I thought that was such a weird thing to say that I didn't even register. Well,
Oh my
actually,
god.
to be fair, I only heard the second half where they said that's Norberg cult. I was like, well, yeah, that's why I found them there, so I just kept going.
So, Seth, the Ace Attorney Seth, you have the point to push them into the next state of panic. What are you doing to get them there?
What do I do? Oh, let me see.
Yes, everyone's first experience with the Ace Attorney trial. This is so complicated. How am I supposed to know that Mr. Saw It is actually Mr. Did It? Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Listen, I haven't done that in jury duty yet. I haven't even had the first time. But Lamau, I don't know. Jesus Christ, I am blanking out today.
Just admitted not being a cult of Norgaber. Don't want to pick a fight with Pradith.
You're telling me you don't want to pick a fight with Prada, and then that you're Mr. Hamburger or Hamburger Group, whatever.
Oh, Burger Boy.
You mean
Wait a minute, I already called
Norgaber?
working with them.
Yeah, no, that was a red herring. That's the funny part about that entire scenario.
Red
black.
Are there? Whoa! Are there Swedish fish here?
That's why it was a critical failure that I got that.
Honestly, there was an actual threshold to getting it, but yeah, it's a red herring, so you got it on a critical failure as well as
You
actual
can't
success.
do this to us on the first level of Ace Attorney, man. You can't be throwing red herrings at us.
Anyways, all that being said, what Mr. Seth Ace Attorney, what is your next step?
Next step, I guess it would be let's see. Instead of playing the neutral one, I guess I'll do a little bit of maybe I'll do a little bit of intimidation.
Okay.
All right. It'll make things much easier for the both of us if you just say everything you know and stop playing these stupid games.
Are we dealing with very people we need to intimidate or something?
No, she's laughing at us, just like, Ah, please, bastard! I've been waiting for death. This doesn't scare me.
Oh.
I mean, unless you want to listen to Gavilon singing for the rest of your life, that's your choice.
Oh,
We
please
want
let
to
that
punish
be the
her, not
case.
reward her.
Oh, please. Like, listening to you for the rest of my life would be rewardment.
Means you are dying after this regardless.
Well, what we can do is we can break their. We can I can heal them up. We can hurt them and heal them up. Hurt them, heal them up. They've got hours.
I was thinking of like Gavilon's just squawking and
Yes,
screaming.
threaten me like that more, you beautiful bastard.
Oh, he's getting off
Oh
to this.
God!
He
Oh God!
Hey,
No,
you
that's
have a
my point.
name and you're still calling the senator whose first name is Lucy he.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
women
perverts like this don't really
Yeah.
need gender. He's a fucking weirdo.
Oh my
Me!
God!
Like, I know you're doing it at this point to egg me on, but like, come on, man.
I really don't care what this creature gets off to. I think what might be better, since they like this torture a bit too much, what I think we might do
Oh my God!
is treat them with kindness. And well, do you have anything you love in life? Like, do they have any like interesting things they like around the room? That would be a shame if we broke them or burned them.
let's shoot them.
Desires.
Yeah, if they have any desires, any fun things that they enjoy, you know, you can tell me right now, or we could no, would intimidation 30 impact that at all?
So, you would, that would, you would be getting the effects of resistance, but you get the DC with a 30, so,
Mm-hmm.
here is here is Act 2 breakdown, where she's like, goodness me. You think I'm a member of the cult of Blackfingers, really?
Right, now you are.
Think about it. Look a bit harder at that religious symbol. You
I'm
won't
going-
find anything else now, will you?
Can I do the lie to me with the deception check? There we go, 35.
Well, you know already that they're full of shit, and that
Oh,
they
okay.
just pointed out something to you on the Blackfingers thing. So that's a
it-
religion or a society check to figure out what's wrong with that
Okay,
religious symbol.
let me see here. Let's figure it out. 22, that probably didn't do shit.
What about
Can
you,
anybody roll?
society? Yeah, anyone
I
can
do.
roll, because this is a
Oh,
breakdown
okay.
segment.
I am too busy
Oh
foaming
my
at
freaking God!
You can also do a society check, Seth. You're better at those. You have intelligence. Jeez.
Well, let's see if
What?
You know what? Take a free redo on that, because I jinxed you.
The society one, right? Okay.
Yes.
Oh dear Lord! Yes.
Yeah, I actually did jinx you. Wow. Anyways,
Okay, I
so
will
you start fiddling with the holy symbol, and you actually like realize there's two symbols there, and you detach one from the other, and it makes runes for pride. It runes that runes that when put together on the table spell out the word pride in that particular set of runes.
value card. It's Dracula backwards.
This person seems to have no qualms about death, no qualms about their worldly desires or worldly deeds or goods, and there is a symbol on this thing that says pride. Sounds like a Nihil
okay.
cultist.
I was
So
thinking
he's
Neo, but you like make it out.
cultist. Okay, and he's very prideful of his.
She, like legitimately, she. We are not having this discussion.
God. Oh
Like,
my God.
no, my man,
Sorry,
she.
I'm picking.
I know, but I've been on you about this the whole
Thinks
time.
Gavilon's a female.
What?
Yeah, okay, that's cool, but I don't
Maybe
know.
stupid enough.
I know. I'll stop.
Thank you, because like, thank you.
Yeah. When I think senator and thing, I immediately like every character in like movie and media is always a dude. So if she's also a bit kind of
Oh, we can intimidate her by misgendering her a bunch.
No, you're just annoying me with that. But yeah, no, I understand. There's a lot of like male mob bosses and male senators in movies that turn out to be evil, but like, women can be assholes too, my man.
Women don't go into politics. Name one.
Anyways, so she says, "Fine, I'm a Nihil cultist. What do you want from me?"
For
I
you
want
to
the car.
die?
No, we don't need them to die. They can be a lot more fun alive than dead. What we can do? Are they a witch?
Bitch. No, they're an assassin. They're a rogue.
Okay. So if they weigh less than a duck, they're a witch.
No, it's if they weigh as much as a duck, they're a witch. So we're gonna go back to the top of the order now. Keat, we've had breakdown number 2. They're a Nihil cultist. They've given you a general description. But you have 3 more pieces of evidence. You have orders that have been transcribed through coded romance novels, particularly bad romance novels. You have you have letters that are more direct orders, and you have vials of poison for everyone other than Matt.
Man, that would have been. Oh my god, why didn't I think of it sooner?
I'll roll the thing.
I should have known it had something to do with Nihil because I was like, oh man.
I mean, in character, it doesn't make sense why she wouldn't want to pick a fight with Pradith for you guys.
I mean, yeah, but it didn't click to me like outside of character. I don't know why. I'm so slow.
Okay, Gawalan, how are we going about doing this?
We know that you don't want to kill Matt because Nihil wants him alive.
I mean, that's not the only reason.
Oh?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Putting someone like him on the throne makes the job of overthrowing him pretty much easy without the others.
Well, he is pretty terrible, yes, but he's not that bad.
Oh my god.
Well, he's got no experience as being a ruler. He's too kind, not quite ready for the cutthroat world of Taldane politics.
How can I argue? She's spitting facts. I
Well,
know, right? Any plan could probably do away with him.
yeah, not any plan.
Ah, come now. Don't put that much pride into it. I could throw a monkey into Parliament and it'd wind up killing him.
Um, they have a Senate, but their Senate is powerless. So,
Exactly.
huh. I like the way you think, Birdman. But I'm not going to tell you anything unless you have some idea of what I'm talking about. Why wouldn't I kill him? And why try and overthrow him to begin with? Why not just wipe out the whole royal family? We are at a stage 3 of panic points because that is not just a critical success, that is a double critical success. There's no way you are not getting a critical success on that. So you got another 2 points of panic. You didn't quite get the third, but here we are at stage 3 of panic. And here's the fun part. Certain times in this sort of situations, you'll get the evidence you need to use. The vials. are the key point of evidence here. But what about the vials? Why is Matt not being listed so important, and why would they want to have someone to overthrow?
So that they can become the hero.
The
Well, they wanna
hero
frame
or
them
the
so they can have the
emperor?
second in
Well,
command.
both. You make Matt look bad and then you replace him.
Okay. Is there anyone that you know of from a previous experience with the 7th Army that fits a description of someone who would want to become the next empress or emperor? Well, no, it's
Me.
empress. We what?
Me.
Well, okay, fine. Make me a raw hit check for Seth and Gavilan. Uh, because you are forgetting something. DC 10 raw hit check.
What?
Gavilan Ace. Yeah,
That was me.
Gavilan,
What?
the last empress, did have an illegitimate daughter who was a halfling.
Oh, I didn't know this.
You did know this. That was a key point of evidence in you guys ousting the whole last assassination plot on Aurora.
The one with the judge?
Yeah, the one with the judge and a god
He
literally
said that-
weighing in.
We needed Deus Ex Machina.
Yes, literally. Well, not even Deus Ex Machina, just Deus Ex Appear, because it's not God from the machine, just God. I get your point. I'm just being picky about Latin. Anyways. So,
God. Boys. Cuff him and then immediately execute him.
well, you don't have everything yet. Because you know that they'd want Matt to be there so that a actual legitimate previous heir could be put on the throne after disgracing him and dethroning and executing him.
I was right. I was.
Yeah, that was the correct answer. And you know that there is a previous empress who could take the throne, and they are related to. There is a previous empress's child that could take the throne, and they were the ones that Aurora's family overthrew.
Alright, who's next to make the big reveal?
There is still more to dig at here. You still haven't presented the evidence and yelled objection, so you're getting there. You've been press and hold it a couple of times and getting some things.
Oh, it's not my turn.
Yes. Just out of curiosity, I'm not saying that this is going to ultimately change things, but do any of you, knowledge-wise, make me a society check, know of any high-ranking official in any field who fits the description that she gave you?
Of the orc?
Warfare work.
This will be society, not warfare. I mean, you could use warfare,
Alright.
but it will be a harder check with warfare.
I think the only
Nah.
female is a bartender.
Well, it's definitely not a bartender. I'm still waiting for Seth to make a society check.
Oh, sorry
yeah,
about that. There's a lag.
sorry.
So, Seth, you have some suspicions, but it's not quite time to put out that evidence. There's another interesting thing. You remember that a particular prison warden was accused by the town of Lene of throwing away some heroes of theirs in a mercenary group known as Passion into jail without actually committing any crimes. This prison warden is known as Thesa. She is of half-orc descent. And you notice amongst the books with the coded message, there's an interesting name amongst them.
Hmm?
And you wrote, no, this is the name of someone from that mercenary group. And their name is. Sorry, it's taking a second for me to find the sheet that's sort of important for this.
Oh my god.
It's everything got closed on me, so um their name is Ophiel Tuca, a swashbuckler with the mercenary group known as Passion, who also had a nighttime job of writing romance novels.
Oh.
And the fact that these
Nice.
are easily decoded as orders by those with the right knowledge means that if someone like this is actively writing still and behind bars, that throws very much a level of suspicion at someone.
That somebody must be connected with allowing this stuff to release in public. Uh. Oh.
So you found the objection, Seth. Now just push it. See where you go.
That's a my brother's screaming in the background.
Honestly, it sounded like a chocobo.
This is like every day.
Well, Gavilan, do you want to steal Seth's thunder?
Nah.
You should. What thunder are we stealing?
Seth's.
One up the children.
All right, fine. What's the orc's name again?
Pisa.
Jenny.
However,
Pisa?
I'm just realizing you can't read, so Seth
I
would
was
literally
hoping
have to do this.
You would not notice that,
Yeah.
or
What-
at least say, someone told you.
What are we rolling for?
Well, you guys did roll for these and didn't get anywhere with it. It's Seth who put the pieces together with it. So, Seth, no one can steal your thunder on this one.
Oh my god.
One
It's
final push.
Not the final push. There's still evidence.
That sounds like they're about to fucking die.
I'm tired. What do you call it? What am I doing again? I'm sorry. Oh,
So
Jesus.
this book, that is a coded book, is written by a prisoner of Thesa, and a prisoner that was supposedly an unjustified prisoner at that. And this was in their house. This is evidence. So, do some inductive reasoning here, Seth.
So how is it that this person who supposedly is jailed, is able to get all these
Coded messages
Nob-
out.
these novels or with coded messages out?
Where do these lines come together, Seth?
It seems like the what do you call it? The
The warden
the warden person
would be involved? Question mark.
has something to do with this whole
And
thing.
you know that the one person who might be involved with an assassination attempt like this would be a half-orc, and the warden is a half-orc. Meaning, how are you pushing this, Seth? What's the point?
Half orc. Oh yeah. Does that because I think I remember you saying that they had like a supposed daughter that's like a half orc or something.
Yeah,
like
an
that.
illegitimate daughter that was born of an orc male. So
Her name
half-orc.
is a MasterCard.
So you can deduce that this person is at least somewhat involved with a conspiracy because they are able to send out coded messages of one of their prisoner, and no one else would be able to do that. And they are a prisoner, which would put them in serious which would make it seriously likely that the other books written by other people would also be written by people who have been imprisoned in that same prison. And if they are, that would make it very likely that Thesa is Alpha Bravo 3.
Cha-ching.
Yep.
So get fucked, bitch. We found out who it was.
Yep. And um y- as they sort of have this thing where they're like they break down and they start tearing out their hair like one at a time until they're bald in front of you, and then they roll back on the floor and start laughing hysterically again. Ding ding ding, you win. That's the point. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Yup.
So, how do you like that, bitch?
So, Olivia, Zorch, and Glinda meet you on the other side of the interrogation room, and Olivia and Zorch are like, we or Olivia's like, see, Zorch, I told you, Lancelot likes chasing after a woman a lot. He's not exactly gonna go for someone who's gonna take his job away. Zorch's like, fine, I owe you whatever it was we agreed to. And Glinda's like, we can't go after Thesa.
Wait, why?
Yes, all of that evidence would point towards it, but we can't go after Thesa. Not necessarily because I don't believe it could be her. She runs the prison we send the world's most deadly prisoners to.
They say nothing could be done.
Not saying nothing can be done, but we gotta be smart about this. So, officially, this evidence concluded nothing. Because Thesa has an army at the waiting if she is evil. And if she's not evil and she feels panic, she has an army at the waiting. This is a lose-lose situation if it is her. I can't do anything about it. At least not yet. I'll look into it. You guys did good, but this is a headache.
I hope you're not mad that I snuck into the house, though.
I mean, no, because now we have leads onto how Alpha Bravo 3 is. You've earned a bit more leniency. And,
Why didn't they just?
What?
Why didn't they just kill Regis? He's obviously a threat to the Empress's rule.
So I'm gonna say you said that in character because honestly she would explain it. Thesa runs a prison that we send our most dangerous prisoners to. All of the prisoners in there are at least slightly weaker than you, if not stronger.
Well, yeah, but they all could do that. Like anyone could run a.
Anyone could run a prison, but Thesa keeps that shit on lock, meaning she's either been promising them revolution and freedom, or she knows what the fuck she's doing. Either way, she's too dangerous at this moment in time to go after without damn good reason or with the Empress's permission and authority.
Now, see, that's why you kill your relatives the moment you get on the chair.
Aurora didn't have any relatives, and we only found out about this recent leak. Well, we only found out about a potential link to Princess Headbutt about 2 years ago.
What about the other one, MasterCard?
Thesa isn't confirmed to be that person. And even if she is, that's not exactly enough for us to do things.
And Discover?
We did discover a lot, yes, Gavilon.
PayPal!
Actually, aren't Livia and Zorch taking care of that? Also, don't call me your pal. You're not on thin ice anymore. And, according to Aurora, I'm not allowed to give you strikes anymore.
Strikes?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to actively threaten your guys' existence anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't actually anything you did. It was, Apparently, she had a conversation with Kusanagi.
Did you hear that, guys? I got her to stop threatening us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You gotta deal with the kid. Nice.
Yeah.
No, got
Yeah,
Aurora to.
the kid.
Why are you
I
calling
know.
her that? Oh, you know her?
I helped raise her.
What?
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 I know her family. Part of the circus.
And Matt comes in and is like, yeah, no, actually, he's right. Her family was part of a circus, and knew Aurora's mother, so.
He helped raise who I think is the really rich woman.
Yeah,
Oh.
is the really rich woman. And sort of, because not entirely, father was a guy who got murdered.
Wow, I'm not gonna say that, that's too mean.
No, go ahead and say it. It'll be out of character.
Wow, you sort of raised that woman a lot better than Seth.
I was about to say that too, honestly.
Richest
Thank
woman
you.
in the
Thank you.
world
There you go.
is that thing.
Honestly, yeah, he did
Well,
a pretty
out of
decent
character,
job.
some of your children turn out better than other ones.
Honestly, he did do a decent job. Seth probably wouldn't have as bad an opinion of him if he wasn't an alcoholic.
And plus, the Raphael didn't help with that.
No.
Raphael did something. Oh, time to bust Book Boy.
Well, no, none of you know
I
that
don't
in
know.
character.
Yeah.
I know.
But regardless, here is the important thing. The important thing is that did all of you a solid.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't do that for free. So that means she expects something out of this, right? And you see Matt is very affected by the little thing with that and just sort of jolts off in another direction. Glinda asks you to follow him. And by ask, she implores you. And by implore, she's basically saying, look, I can't criticize you for not doing your job, but do your goddamn job! So, you guys would follow Matt to the local Kusanagi trade union thing, the building in the area, right? And Doth and Seth, you might even be able to follow him sneakily into a place where you can see nice little interaction between Matt and and it goes a little something like this. So, Matt, is standing there, and Ur's like, "Oh, what do you want, kid? Do you, do you, do you guys need some funding or something?" And Matt's like, "Look, if there's anything recording this, turn it off for a second." And she flips a switch under her desk. She's like, well, "Did I do something wrong?" And he's like, "No. Thank you. You, you, you made this so much easier. This family is not tearing itself apart anymore. Thank you. Are you alright, kid?" "Thank you, Mom. Thank you." And those two have a nice little hugging moment. Matt's just crying, thanking her. Is being is being called Mom by Matt. That's a big deal considering that literally the session earlier today is like, I don't deserve that title. So you have a fixed relationship between a mother and her child.
You're welcome.
So yeah. We're gonna leave session off on that note for today. We can make it if we try, just the two
Had
of
the stupid
us.
song of that shit just playing constantly.
And anyways, we'll see y'all next week. Enjoy the
Ciao.
Super Bowl, and
Bye.
if you will, root for the Eagles.